Hello, everyone. It's your host, Finn, welcoming you to another episode of the Distracted Podcast.
Hey everyone, it's your host, Tristan, here from the Distracted Podcast. Before we get into our next video, I wanted to inform you of the change in our release schedule. Because of scheduling complications and the desire to not overload our viewers and or listeners with a barrage of videos every Sunday, we will be releasing the regular Distracted Podcast videos on Sundays as usual. But we have decided to move our gaming series to Wednesdays. Our D&D and Starfinder campaigns will continue to have a staggered release. You can expect episode 2 of our Starfinder campaign this Wednesday. With this new schedule, we hope to continue to bring you the content that you love on time and with plenty of time in between releases to view at leisure. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day.
Alright, and welcome back to another episode of the Distracted Podcast.
After dark.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'm now actually really scared.
Oh! Oh boy.
Tristan shot
This
himself
is what
in the
happens.
In the what?
So done. I'm done.
I don't even have
I'm
one
done.
of those.
No! It's not even that late.
Oh
and we're-
my God.
It's not even late at all.
It's not after death.
It's getting dark. Oh my days, dude. Alright, well today, we're taking a bit of a 360. We normally talk about games and all this stuff, but today we're talking about the other side of the nerd spectrum.
The most boring thing ever.
Okay, this isn't
You
even
take
nerd.
that
This is
back.
like
Yeah, I'm just
this is like dweeb.
Yeah.
We've gone away from nerd and into dweeb.
What about Lord of the Rings?
Okay, we've gone into nerd.
Yeah. We're talking about books, the first form of nerddom. What you
Nothing.
Actually,
me concerned?
I feel like they had cosplay before books. I'm just saying.
That's just called plays.
I'm still right though.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
Okay. So we're talking about books. Books are a cool thing. Tristan, you were about to say before, it's your favorite book of all time, the greatest book ever written by any person, man, of all kind. If it's not the Bible, you're wrong. And also, if it is the Bible, you're wrong,
Lightning.
because it was written by God.
I never said it was written by a man, so
I know.
that's on you. I was gonna say the best book ever written was just any cookbook. I like food. Just kidding.
I mean,
just
there's
like-
a hint of truth to that.
I just like to sit down.
Jesus is in
With-
this cookbook.
I just like to sit down and read a nice cookbook.
I mean, if I want to
I
salivate.
like to sit down and eat a good book.
Okay, are you Despero?
Huh?
You got that reference,
Yeah,
right?
I got you. I got you.
He's Despero.
And
I read that book in 5th grade.
I'm
go ahead
not.
and talk about it. You.
And-
you own
Listen,
this.
I'm not Despero, but I'm also
Oh,
not like
okay.
Finn. I'm not desperate.
I read that book in 5th grade, and I did not know
I'm getting your step.
anything about French, so I did not know it was pronounced Despero. I thought it was like Desperix or something like that, and I was like pronouncing
Desperate quick.
it like super wrong. And then I heard they were making a movie, and I heard them call it The Tale of Despero, which it was a decent movie. They could have done better, but it was
Wait,
okay.
Despero has a tail?
Yeah.
Is he a man or is he a monkey?
You a man or a mouse?
Is it a mouse, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
It's
Darn, I
actually
wasn't
a mouse.
expecting that.
It's actually a
Crap,
mouse.
he does actually have a tail.
Yep.
Guys, I just want to mention that it's still freaking 90 degrees outside.
Oh my God.
I just,
Yeah, and it is
like-
a flipping storm.
why? Why
Magic.
is this, why?
Because the Lord has forsaken this area. Dude, it's only 75. What are you talking about?
I don't know, my phone says 90.
Mine says 86.
Eli Lamas Fakfani. My God, why have you forsaken
Oh.
me? Because
Sorry.
he's made it so hot here.
Okay.
Is it Eli or is it Ellie?
Books. Books are fun. Books are cool. Did you
I know.
know that Night at the Museum is based off of a book?
That doesn't surprise me much, honestly.
I was surprised when I realized that.
But I did hiccup.
Um,
So
Cool.
Congratulations.
I was surprised when I figured out that freaking Pirates of the Caribbean was based off of the ride and not vice
Yeah.
versa.
Oh yeah, dude. That's
Like,
yeah.
dude, I figured that out last year. I was like,
I can't believe you didn't realize the ride has literally been around so much longer.
hey, just saying, I'd been hearing the same joke for a long time, and I didn't figure it out until I was like 15. The two guys walk into a bar, the third guy ducks. I was like, this
Okay.
must be one of those jokes where they just say something and the joke is that you don't know what it means and they laugh at you.
To be
I-
so.
It's like, what?
So you know the saying, you know what happens when you assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I legitimately, I was in college whenever I finally figured out what that meant, or what what the end of that saying was.
Really?
Yes, I was like, you're wrong. I don't know. I was
you make
you make
okay.
a butt out of you and me.
Yeah.
Like,
But it like once it clicked, I was like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. But yeah, no. So yeah, the only reason why I knew Pirates was based on the ride, not the movies or the ride based on the movies, is because my first time going to Disney, I was in college already, and one of my classmates used to work at Disney, and he informed us of so many worthless things while we were there. No, like legitimately way worse than Finn would ever be. Like he just assumed that everyone always was like super excited by every bit of knowledge he knew. It's like, bro, we don't care.
I
We are at Disney.
so
we just
love
wanna
that
have
kind
fun.
of person. Oh my gosh.
you know what else is based off of a book that I don't think you knew until I told you this, if I recall correctly, is Jurassic Park.
You just said that.
What?
Didn't you?
No.
No?
What's the one you just said?
Night at the
Or
Museum.
Night at the Museum.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, oh well.
Because I'm helping us like go.
I mean,
through
I don't
the
know.
list.
That's not so surprising to me. I mean, I guess
I guess where I first told you, you were like, what?
I guess maybe I might have had that reaction because, you know, in my mind I was like, that kind of was released around the time of like Indiana Jones and Star Wars, and those were kind of like originals.
They
You know,
were.
they hadn't, you know, nobody.
Yeah.
It was like, boom, hey, this is
Original
what this
concept.
is. So,
The book is so much darker than the movie. But it's good.
well, how are you supposed to read it? You're welcome, everybody. You're
You
welcome.
walked right into that.
Word.
No, he's just set me up for it.
It did.
Thank you, Finn. Thank you.
Of
You
course,
heard it here first, folks. Finn supports dad jokes.
Of course, there's also, I'm going off of just like segueing into books that are just books, but we got The Witcher, the
Oh.
game is based off of, and the TV show.
What do you like it to do
And the movie.
to your Witcher?
That was a movie.
What?
For The Witcher?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
Let me find this.
It was horrible.
It was like a what's the writer? Where's the writer from?
Poland.
Poland. It's a Polish movie.
What?
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but it looks
The Witcher.
super stupid, and the actor is like super skinny. So
I think
was
it's
like,
it's from 2016.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's from 2016. Is that
Yeah.
Is that recent? No. That
Right
does
here
not
on
look like.
IMDb.
It looks like it's from the
It's
90s.
22
dude.
minutes long.
Oh, that's not it.
Oh.
That can't be it. No, there is a legitimate movie though.
The Witcher
That is-
Nightmare of the Wolf.
Well, I don't even have any freaking data connection.
No, that's an
No,
anime.
it's called the Hexer. It's called the Hexer.
That's right.
Yep,
Hexer?
the Hexer. Because I don't know, they didn't get the rights to it or something. So
01. 01. The Hexer from 01.
See, I was about
What
to say,
in
it
the
sounded-
world?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Hexer.
The
That's
Adventures
right.
of Geralt of Rivia, commonly known as.
Oh no, Finn! Look what's been started.
Yes, yeah, that's your fault. This looks like trash.
So do you.
Oh!
2,000 people, almost 2,000 people have reviewed it on IMDb, and it has a 3.6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oof. Here's the
What?
rough thing. The author of The Witcher
Yeah.
was one of the writers for the movie script.
Wait. Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah.
Wait, then why would he call it the Hexer? He has the rights to it.
So, no, it's called the Hexer, I believe, is basically just a translation from the original title.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because if you look at this is the cover of the movie, and it says The Witcher.
Okay.
So I think the Hexer is like a literal translation.
I guess that
Hexer.
makes sense.
And then here's I think this is German.
Der Hexer.
Der Hexer.
Der Hexer.
Review.
Gosh, that looks...
Der Hexer.
Yeah, that, and then of course also games based off of books. Metro.
Yeah, I see you have those.
Yeah. I'm kind of basing off of books I have
Looks
read.
so bad, dude.
But yeah, the Metro book's pretty good, actually. That's a foreign book I enjoy.
Wait, I just want to point out his
It's refreshing.
scar. Did you see his scar?
Yes.
That's so stupid.
One book series that let me see.
It's like,
That looks like
it looks like they did paint, like
It looks
literally
like
the
straight up-
program
yeah,
paint.
yeah.
Like,
but also kind of looks like it was like a really budget version of Thor.
kind of, yeah.
We couldn't get Chris Hemsworth.
It looks like the budget version of Thor with MS Paint for
Yeah.
special effects.
Pretty much.
No, so a book series that I actually really enjoy. It's really flippin' long.
The Wheel of Time.
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh no.
Right up there.
Blatant
Is it
lie.
the top shelf?
Top shelf, the first 14 books.
Wow. No, it's part of the Warhammer series. It's the Horus Heresy is the actual series. I'm on the third book. It's really good so far. The imagery is really good. The story's really good.
Is it the 40K stuff? Or is it...
No, I think it's just set in the Warhammer series, like in the Warhammer universe.
So it's the fantasy Warhammer.
Well, I mean, it's in space.
Oh, so it's the 40K one.
Sure, I don't know.
Warhammer 40K.
I don't flippin' know. All I know is it's Warhammer, and
Warhammer.
you have a bunch of Astartes, or however you say it, and they're like amazing super soldiers, and the imagery is great. The Luna Wolves are amazing. I love 'em.
Cool.
I highly recommend you read them.
I probably will, actually. Looking at my shelf here, because just to give context to listeners, I am facing my bookshelf currently. There's Altered
No, he's
Carbon.
not. Don't listen to him. He's lying. He's lying to you. He's looking away from his bookshelf.
There's Altered Carbon, which is a series on Netflix.
Oh, wait. You have the book?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
no,
saw that, and then I was like,
see two books that are absolutely amazing.
I don't really care enough to start a new TV series right now, so.
Sure. Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes.
What?
Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin Hobbes.
What is that?
It is a comic strip.
What is wrong with you?
It's amazing. I love it. Calvin
Go
and
grab
Hobbes is
it
great.
right now.
I'm not grabbing it.
No, Tristan.
It's too far.
He's lazy.
Wait, I thought my name was Tristan.
I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it.
Kind of in the world of talking about
Is
like
that the
comic
frickin'
strips and
world?
stuff. Your freaking
Yeah.
world. Where?
Oh, wait. I think I do
Mine.
know this. Oh. Oh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you made me get up for nothing.
I actually knew who they were the whole time. I wanted to finish it out.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of in that world though. Have either of you read The Watchmen?
Yeah. Tristan has my copy of it currently.
Have you read it?
No, he hasn't.
Dude.
I've had it for like a year.
He's had it for a year.
Have you
honestly?
I told you
want to
when you
get
gave it to me. What did I tell you?
that you probably remember it. I am getting it back from
See?
you.
Have you even
I am
started
getting it back from you soon because I want to reread
I haven't.
it.
I haven't.
You haven't started it?
I did start it. I got like 5 pages in, and I was like,
Oh,
"This
dude.
is so much."
Dude, it's
So good.
so good.
I just stuck with watching the movie.
the movie
Well, I'm
actually
getting
is
it
pretty
back from you.
accurate to
Yeah,
the comic.
it's pretty good.
But dude, The Watchmen is so good.
It's very good.
I think I read. Keep in mind how thick that book is.
Mhm.
I read it in like 2 weeks.
Have you seen the TV series?
I read in like 2 days.
No. Well, listen.
has that come
I
out
was
yet?
working
I
a
don't know.
full-time job.
Working 9 to 5.
Pretty much. I think it was slightly
the
different
TV,
than that, but
the
I was
TV
like, damn, when I
series
come home.
takes place after the film and the graphic novel, as it were.
Well, I mean, the film and the graphic novel are
Yeah.
essentially one and the same.
Pretty much. Yeah, Watchmen's good.
It's
I'm getting my
so
copy
good.
back from you.
I prefer Pocket Watchmen.
Permission to roll 3d6 or 66 damage on him?
Permission granted.
66. That's not possible.
Wow,
You
that's a
got
lot
mainly
of
ones.
2 1s, 2
2
6s,
1,
a 4
yeah, so
and a
12, 14, or, yeah, 12,
21.
14, 18, 21.
3
Oof.
points.
Hey, what's 10 plus 9?
It's 9 plus
19.
10.
Same thing. It doesn't.
You gotta quote it properly.
I'm just being a dad about it. Small world.
21?
It's a small
You know,
world.
another book series literally everybody knows about at this point.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Gag me.
They probably would.
Not in
Game
that
of
way.
Thrones.
Gag me
Just
to kill me.
saying.
They would do that.
Wait, gagging doesn't kill you though.
I said gag me to kill me.
So you want to die silently? Is that what you're saying?
No, I want to be gagging while I'm
He
dying.
wants like,
That sounds like.
I'm gonna kill you.
Just,
Uh,
just saying like.
You know what else is good and is right on that
Gagging is
shelf,
totally
which
not
actually
necessary for
Tristan
dying.
borrowed from me and actually read was The Killing Joke.
I have. Where's that?
Wait, what?
It's
there
right
it
next
is.
to
I
Game
see it.
Design and Sherlock.
I see it.
What?
The Killing,
Killing
Joke.
Joke.
I have heard really good.
for you?
No, I let you borrow it and you actually read it.
Oh yeah, I did actually read that. one. Yeah.
I've heard really good things about The Killing Joke, and I
And
would
I
like
actually-
to read it.
I actually have read.
It'd take you like 2 minutes.
I actually have read
super short.
like 5 of the chapters in the Witcher book. I just haven't. I need to restart and commit to it. I also really want to read the is it called Red? The Red series by Ted
Bundy.
Gosh, man. Hi. It's like red. There's red, white, black. I think. And it's by a Christian author. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a fantasy, and I wanna read that.
That sounds cool. Crap. I was going to say a thing.
I'm not
Oh.
necessarily interested in reading.
I know what I want to talk about because I didn't know this was based off a book when I watched it. I told you I watched The Prestige, that Christopher Nolan movie. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
It's a good
Hey
movie.
Bobby, how many times has he? mentioned
so
this,
good.
This movie.
It's so good.
Us.
In literally the last week, like 6 times.
At least 6 because it's really
At
flipping
least
good.
6.
At least.
David
6.
Bowie's in it,
I
by
don't,
the way.
I don't care.
Tristan
David
does because he
Bowie.
likes Labyrinth.
Labyrinth was a horrible
My babe
movie.
was crying. Hard
Such a
as
bad
they
movie.
Yeah,
could.
David Bowie's in it.
What could I do? My
But no,
baby's
that's based off a book, and I started
Wait, that's not copyrighted.
I started listening to that because I got the
I suck too
Audible-
bad for it to
the
be
audiobook
copyright.
version.
David. Okay, no offense, but David Bowie is creepy as freak.
Oh, heck
Like
no.
he's a weirdo. But I do like Labyrinth, so.
He plays Nicole Tesla in it, which is pretty cool.
What?
You know Nicole Tesla?
Yeah, but
I
what?
don't know. I didn't know.
It's freaking David. Why? What?
Don't ask me.
Why?
I didn't know. I didn't realize.
That's so
I
weird.
just don't care.
What? Is,
Yeah.
What?
Look, I'm
the
sorry
freak,
I rave
David
about, but
Bowie?
it's got good writing, and I think like that. Of course, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which Blade Runner is based off of. Just going on movie books here. The book is so much better.
Well, I mean, that tends to be the case. Like, if you go back and
Well-
read Harry Potter, the books
Books
are
are-
way better than. I mean, well,
Okay, so this is
not
something.
way better, but the books are better than the movies. But
It's time for my rant.
Is this the one that
It's
we've
time.
done
Yep,
before?
it's time for my rant.
This one I've heard a billion times.
This one I need to tell to Bobby. I almost called you Billy, and I don't know why. Oh, that's my boss.
Hey, Billy Bobby.
I have promised myself forever that I will watch the movie before I read the books because, unless of course like I read a book series and then later on I'm like,
turns
hey,
into-
we're making a movie, you know. But if they're both at the same time, you know, if they're both out at the same time, I will always watch the movie before I read the books because, small side note, I like to have some visual imagery to go along with, you know, maybe take it and then reimagine it as I'm reading. But because I read Ready Player One. I listened to the audio book of Ready Player One which is read by Will freaking Wheaton, and he talks about himself in the book, which is the freaking coolest.
That old geezer, Will Wheaton.
Yes, that is like
It's
the
a
coolest
great
thing.
line.
I'm pretty sure the ability to say that you've read a book that contains
Your own
yourself is freaking awesome.
That wasn't
Like,
written by
it's
you.
complete- Yeah, and I'm doubting
It
if
isn't a
that's
bio
ever
book.
happened many other times. But I watched the book. I watched the book.
It must have been a really boring 2 hours.
Just
The book is sitting
do
on
something.
the desk.
Your mama's so
Staring it down.
Your mama's so dumb she sat on the TV and watched the couch. Yeah, no. So I read the book and then I watched the movie because there's a bunch of hype about the movie coming out, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. They should have done it in a 3-parter, one for each leg of the race or whatever. But I didn't like the movie the first time I saw it, and I was like, this movie sucks, because I wanted to see the book in a movie form. And then I rewatched the movie and I rewatched it again. And after the second time, I was like, okay, this is a good movie. It's a great movie. Standalone, separate from the books, pretend like the books never existed, and watch the movie. It's a fantastic movie. But because I had such high expectations, I ruined the movie for myself on the first viewing.
I will say this. So I disagree that they should have done Ready Player One in 3 parts, because straight up, I would not have even finished the first one. Guarantee you.
Really? Does it not catch your attention that much?
I mean,
or?
it catches my attention, but like, my attention span, I would have gotten so bored of the one leg so fast. Like, I feel like the way that they put out the movie, it was more geared towards people who haven't read the book, because it had
fair.
really good pacing for that.
But there's also, I understand what you're saying, but also at the same time, there's so much filler that they left out that they could have done 3 movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they could have made it really great, and I think it would have been awesome for the readers.
At the same time, stop. So I watched the first Harry Potter movie, and then I read the books. And I was reading the books faster than I was watching the movies.
Right.
Or wait, maybe I wasn't. I don't know. The
It's
books
pretty
were
amazing. You finished each one within like 2 hours.
pretty much. Like, well, I wasn't watching.
Don't
I didn't.
forget.
Started a
At this
marathon of the
time-
movies, reading the books. I will finish first.
At this time, I didn't own any of the movies,
Right.
so I was only watching the movies with other people who had the movies. But and I bought all these books. Like, I bought all the books pretty much secondhand, and it was great. But the books were actually a lot better than the movies. The movies were okay, but the books held up a lot better. That being said, I don't like, I'm a fan of Harry Potter, but I don't think it is as great as everyone keeps saying it is.
I agree with that. But really quick, going back to the books movie thing, because I read the book before watching the movie as well for Ready Player One. I still liked the movie my first time watching it. I don't think it's a good book movie because it deviated way away from the book. But that didn't bug me so much.
Not just way
'cause-
away from the book, or not just away from the book, way away from the book.
Yeah, it totally went.
Far in a way.
It totally went. It wasn't as bad as. I'll get to this in a second. But I still liked it as a movie. I thought it was a good movie, not a good book movie. However, the Dark Tower movie, I talked about this before on the podcast. It is so bad because it literally, like, Ready Player One kept the main purpose and the main character and the plot, and so
So they presented it in a way that the audience would understand, even if they hadn't read the book.
exactly. So that's why I was okay with it and
We're
was
setting
like,
it up
it's
there.
still a good movie. The Dark Tower movie decided to essentially not only basically try and cram all 7 books into one movie,
Oh, that's always a bad
but
idea.
also took the main character, who was the best part of the book, and didn't make him the main character basically.
Well, I
And
mean,
it
That's
it
kind of
was
like
bad.
whenever they made the Narnia books or the Narnia movies. Excuse me.
They skipped every other one.
Yeah, they were skipping a bunch of books. It's like,
They're coming out with a TV series.
are they? I don't.
Netflix.
After the first Chronicles of Narnia movie, like I watched that one so much because it was really good,
Yeah.
and I got to,
I had a crush on Lucy.
I never
when
read the book.
younger.
I tried to read because I'm one of those people where if I'm gonna read a series, I will start it chronologically.
That's
Even with the Star Wars books
There's Narnia right up there.
and where?
It's the small ones next to all the Tolkien stuff.
Oh.
In between The Witcher and Tolkien.
Well, like I got one that was like all the books in one.
Mhm.
And like again, I'm the one that like I'm the kind of person where if I'm gonna start reading a book series, I'm gonna start chronologically.
Yeah.
Even the Star Wars books, I went back and I found the chronological beginning,
Yeah.
and I started there.
Yeah.
It was, by the way, Dawn of the Jedi: Into the Void, really good book, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I think you've read it and you didn't like it, but it is what it is.
You read Death Trooper?
No.
Ooh. that
I'm
one's-
currently on like some Sith like short stories.
Oh, okay. That's
Anyway, but like I feel like every time I tried to read the Narnia books, I started on The Magician's Nephew because it's where you're supposed to start. And it was such a slow start.
It is so sorry.
It was such a slow start, and it was so boring.
It's
to
a setup book.
me. Clearly. And when did the first Chronicles of Narnia movie come out?
2005.
Just saying, I was like
I was
6
10.
when I read that, and I still liked it.
I
Well, keep in mind, I wasn't reading books by C.S. Lewis or Tolkien at
2005. That was
all
correct.
I was
at this moment.
Yeah.
Like I was reading like Captain Underpants.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Like
Well, I mean, this is also coming from the guy who, as a kid, we read the unabridged versions of the Iliad and the Odyssey. So
ooh,
Those are good.
I think I probably would.
those are actually freaking amazing books.
I was gonna
if
say
you
I
haven't read them.
probably would have enjoyed that.
Do yourself a favor and read the unabridged.
Well,
Just
yeah. Abridged versions are trash.
They are trash.
Can
Like
I-
Frankenstein.
Can I go on a little rant here?
unabridged.
Can I go on a rant? So, one of my favorite books of all time, I've told you guys, is The Count of Monte Cristo. Back when I was younger, my mom played a audiobook version for us.
It was the abridged version.
It was the abridged version. I didn't know that, and so a couple years later, I got like the actual version. I was like, there is so much stuff in here that I don't remember happening before, and I was like, Mom, I wanted to make sure I didn't somehow get a wrong version. She went, oh no, that's the correct version.
So
I played for you the kid version.
Okay, so the abridged version is essentially they just take out all the
They took
nasty
out-
content.
No,
No,
it took out stuff that Count of Monte Cristo wasn't nasty.
but like it made it more.
Typically, the
family friendly.
abridged.
It literally like was,
Typically, abridged just means like easier language. to
Yeah.
Oh,
understand.
okay.
and it
Yeah.
took out a bunch of stuff that happened and just kind of focused
Okay, that makes
on
sense.
main plot points, which is awful because just the writing and the stuff in that book is so good.
But so anyway,
Yeah, sorry.
Chronicles of Narnia. Like I tried, like I'm talking like 6 times. I tried to start reading The Magician's Nephew, and I just like I got like 5 chapters in. I'm like, this book is so flipping boring. And so I feel like by the time, because Prince Caspian was the second movie that came
2008.
out, right?
Yeah.
It was 2008?
2008.
Oh my
And
lord.
then 2010 was the
Okay, well
Voyage of
apparently in
Conquest.
3 years, I got so bored of the Chronicles of Narnia, I'm like, I'm not watching this. I have yet to actually watch the entirety of Prince Caspian.
Really?
I've never seen a bit of the third
Caspian.
one.
Okay, here's my thing, right? I'm pretty sure I watched the. No, I think I read the book first because I had to read it for school. Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe was the first one I read because I didn't know at the time about. I didn't know at the time about the others.
God dang it.
Yeah,
I
just
wasn't
kinda hurt.
exhaling.
Dang. I wasn't either. I was inhaling.
but I had to read it, and I
I
didn't.
know, like I wasn't exhaling whenever I ate.
Oh.
I didn't
It's just
really
like
like.
my lungs just kept filling with more air. It's
I
like,
didn't. But I didn't really like Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe when I read it as
Really?
a kid. No, I didn't like
Dude,
it.
Mr. Tumnus.
I don't like him.
Screw you, Mr. Tumnus.
So then we went to my cousin's house one year, and they wanted to watch the Narnia movie.
Mr. Tumnus is
and-
basically you. A hairy little goat guy
yeah.
who obeys
What am I, like the
a-
dude from
a horrible-
Percy Jackson?
a horrible witch. No,
I hide my goat legs.
it's called a satyr.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I know it's a satyr, but I was referring to the fact that's why I wear pants all the time. Because I always wear
Lame.
pants. Anyways.
You still have digit legs though.
Anyways,
What the freak?
that never mind. But watch the movie, and we watched it again recently for little sister, and
Which one are we on again?
Narnia.
Okay.
I've never read Percy Jackson. I watched
just
the
got
movie
into,
with my
like-
Oh,
cousins.
Percy Jackson was a good series.
'Cause I watched the movie with my cousins because they read
Movies are
it.
trash.
Well,
Books are great.
I don't know. I haven't read the books at all.
At least they were back whenever I
Wait,
was
there
a
are
junior.
multiple movies? I thought
They
there was
made
just
two.
one.
They made
I
two.
don't know.
I haven't even seen the second one.
All I know is
But-
the books were amazing.
But one thing I thought
for
when I
like-
first watched it and the second time I watched it, the kids in the movie are brats, and I did not like them.
Yeah, they are. They're English. What do you
Here-
think?
Well, here's the thing.
What are
In-
you expecting?
have you seen
They're
Chronicles of
English
Narnia and looked at Edmund?
Yeah,
Edmund is
Edmund's
the worst.
Okay, here's the fact. here's the
Edmund
fact.
pretty much
Edmund-
sold his soul to the whatever
Yes.
she is for freaking what?
Who's
Turtles,
supposed to
Turkish
which are
delight?
nasty.
Who's supposed to represent
Humans.
the devil?
Yeah.
Devil.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Edmund.
No.
No, but here's the thing. In the book,
Such a brat.
Edmund's supposed to be a brat. That's
He is
the
a
point,
brat.
which I understand. But like Peter is not
He's a
really a brat in the book.
He's kind of.
He is the
He's
oldest.
kind of a. He's kind of a prick, but he's.
Yeah,
He's.
but
he's
in
a
the book,
cocky-
But he is on. He's honorable.
can't
though.
say-
yeah, in the
the,
book
uh,
he's more honorable, and you, especially being the oldest.
Well, even in the
myself,
movie, you can
No.
see that he's honorable.
huh,
he's a
not
jerk
so
to
much. He's-
Edmund.
He's a jerk because Edmund's supposed to be in place.
Well,
He
once-
has to
once
lead
again,
the family unit.
one-
I mean,
one-
he has so
one-
much stress on him.
Once again, the book I got it, and I appreciated Peter as
Right.
a character. In the movie, I did not like Peter. I thought he was just a jerk the entire time.
The
And that
entire time
bugged me.
in the movie, it felt like Peter and Susan, what's her name, the
Susan.
older sister.
Yeah.
They were like, it almost had like a holier than thou feeling against Edmund and Lucy.
Yeah.
Like they were just, it's like,
Yeah.
we're the older siblings, you're the younger scum.
But then it mentions that later on because the last battle, she's not there.
Who? Susan?
Susan, spoiler alert, Susan is not. So first of all, she doesn't come back in later stories because.
She-
You know, it mentions how she focused on worldly things.
Yeah.
Rather than, and it was mentioning, how people can fall and be distracted. But she wasn't part of the last battle because she
screwed up.
she screwed up.
But yeah, like I just the movie they were absolute jerks and I couldn't relate to them. Whereas in the book,
Wait,
you kind of relate
I
to them?
couldn't.
Oh,
relate to
I
them.
totally heard kind of.
I did too.
I could not.
Yeah, they
relate
were
to
such
them.
jerks, and I kind of relate to them.
I kind of relate to them, guys.
I
Just
mean,
like,
let's be real.
especially
Now I
Edmund.
totally would. Right now, like where I'm at in my stage of life. Oh my god, I cannot talk.
try, man, you try.
Where I'm currently at in my stage of life, I would 100% be Peter, and like any person that I feel is just not thinking straight would be Edmund, and I just tear them a new one. I would not even care.
Dude, when I was little, I used to like straight up have a crush on Lucy.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Dude.
she was cute.
And I think what I liked about her is
She's
because
also like
she was
6 months younger than me.
She was timid and
The actor.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny.
The actress is legitimately like 6 or 7 months younger.
she was
than me.
like
That's great.
she was like respectful and she was like she had a big heart and that's
Well,
that
she's a
was
child.
the character
She's supposed to be
portray.
the
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
A child, just children.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is good stuff.
Good stuff, man.
Once again, I don't like Narnia that much.
I do. I like it.
And I see nothing. It's not like other things where I'm like, I hate it and I don't understand why people like it. I understand why people like Narnia. It's just not for me.
I just
one
think
of
it's
those
funny
things.
where the lamppost came from.
Yeah. They had the fight that like traveled back to like freaking England. The guy or she throws it at the Aslan and
Well, no, I'm talking like
Just
outside of the story
Yeah.
where the light post came from.
oh, I actually
You never heard about? Oh my god!
Go.
So you know how Lewis and Tolkien were like good friends IRL?
Yeah.
Tolkien was.
Oh,
Tolkien literally.
I remember hearing something about this, but I can't remember.
Tolkien literally said something along the lines of, "No good story has a light post in it." And so Lewis is like, "Screw you, I'm gonna do it."
That's right.
And that is why there's a light post
I know why.
in the
I can
Narnia.
understand why
called
Tolkien
a
said it's like the
lamppost.
same reason why a story becomes more interesting if people don't have cell phones.
It's called
Because it makes if there's no lamppost, there's no electricity, so it's getting rid of a modern day commodity.
Yeah.
Also, the Spaoom.
What?
The Spaoom.
Spaoom.
Oh.
The Spaoom.
Because the Brits can't talk.
Just straight up, you can't speak, mate.
I used to have an English friend in high school, and she would call me a Yankee, and I'd call her a lobsterback. It was fun.
That's great.
I was streaming the other night, like, it was the end of last week.
Twitch.tv/IceWizard.
Yeah, twitch.tv/TheIceWizard, link in the description as I stare down Tristan.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. I'll add it this time.
I'll also do that.
But
I'll make sure
Yeah,
it's in there.
go and fix.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fix it now. But
I was
Space
playing Dead by Daylight. I was playing Dead by Daylight with some friends.
Oh yeah,
And
Oh, yeah, I was watching
one of the guy, it was the night that you were watching. One of the guys I was playing with, this dude, like straight up from England,
Yeah.
and he has
straight
the
up, mate.
thickest accent.
Yeah, I could tell.
It was a struggle for me to understand what
Wait,
he was
drop
saying.
it over here.
No,
I can't.
dude.
No, I can't.
So
do
much
that
harder.
thing.
Go back and watch the VOD.
Like,
I
think it's pretty cockney.
Probably.
And he even, like, he prefaced, he's like, just so you know, like, before he even got on our Discord, he was like, just so you know, like, my accent's pretty heavy. And we're like, nah, dude, don't worry about it. Come on, let's go.
And you're like,
And then he's like,
Well, he said it.
and
I'm like,
you're
oh, shoot, that is, holy crap. You're not kidding. That is thick. I mean, I'm still, like,
dang, boy!
I'm still, like,
I knew it!
Thick!
I knew it!
Like, I still didn't care. Like, it took me a second to understand him just because I'm not used to talking to someone with a legitimate British accent.
Mhm.
And especially one that is that thick. But it was, it took me a second, but, like, I joke, like, oh, Brits don't know how to talk.
Yeah.
The only reason why I say that is because they call a freaking cookie a biscuit. No, you smother a biscuit in
biscuit?
gravy.
Team biscuits.
Really quick, swap of gears.
Also, they put milk in their tea.
I wanna.
What?
No. It's similar to doing half and half in coffee. Like, it's...
Yeah. But, like,
It's something to
tea's
take...
not strong enough to put half and half in.
Can be.
Huh?
They're drinking dark tea, like black
That's
teas.
I know. I drink black teas straight.
Oh no, I do too. Like, if anything, I add a little bit of honey to it just to get a little sweetness out of it.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me. So, in the Azores, I lived in Portugal in the Azores at one point in my life. And I was younger then. But we went to this, like, local tea shop. And she had a collection of, like, interesting things. Or no, it wasn't even a tea shop. It was just, like, little collections of, like, rock formations that, so, like, she would take pieces of, like, the rocks, like, from the volcanoes, the igneous rocks, and she would, like, put them on little, like, wire formations. We have one at my mom and dad's house, but she was just like, hey, y'all want some tea? And so we're like, okay. Of course there was a translator and everything because she spoke Portuguese, but
Which is a cool language.
it is. It really is. Obrigada is thank you. That's all I remember. But yes, so she got us tea, and she had honey, and she put honey in it, and, like, she made her own special tea and everything. The freaking best tea I've ever had in my life, and I've never had anything even close to it. I've tried putting tea in all kinds, I've tried putting honey in all kinds of tea. I can't get back to it.
My favorite kind of tea. Staying on this train of thought real fast.
Yeah.
My
no,
favorite.
This matches the book theme.
Team
so
book.
let's do it.
Actually, yeah, kind of.
We
Team books.
Yeah.
It's
My
really fits.
we should
favorite.
do an episode where we sit around and we wear top hats and just
We're
have
like
tea and we have books.
this is like
Do a
the
special live stream.
this is like a white chick conversation right now.
Dude, I don't even care. My favorite.
I would like to point out I'm not in this conversation.
My favorite tea. Yeah, and you get lost.
He's the one who wanted to do the book theme.
Yeah,
so-
for real.
All
This
right,
is your
yeah.
fault.
Your favorite tea.
My favorite tea is actually oolong.
Oolong. Okay.
Oolong tea is. I have some at home. So I'll have to.
I've tried it.
This is Mountain Copper Oolong, like the one that I have. I have to make sure I have a tea strainer clean whenever you come over next time, and I'll make you some. It's really good. Like, I love it. It's not a black tea. It's a little bit lighter, I think, than Earl Grey.
Okay.
But like I put like just a little bit of honey in it, and it has like a really like citrusy taste to it. I love it. I can drink oolong.
So is it a white tea?
No, it's technically a gray tea because technically Earl Grey is a black tea. It is, dude. It is so confusing, but it's so good.
I just know the 4 main groups because of Starbucks
Candy,
we have.
candy cane, candy corn,
And
syrup.
But so I just pulled up. I pulled up a couple lists of classic books. I figured it'd be fun to go through, read.
I do prefer coffee over tea though.
Talk about the titles and see which ones we read. I thought
used
it'd
to,
be kind
but
of fun.
coffee has been wreaking havoc on me.
I mean, it's a natural laxative.
Not only that, like I also have acid
That-
reflux. And
Oh
Buddy.
yeah, that's a very
And-
acidic.
and
Oof.
insomnia. So that doesn't help either.
Decaf.
But I pulled up a list
not
from
worth it.
Penguin.
Decaf now.
I pulled up a list from Penguin Publishers.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Actually,
They publish a lot
Actually,
of classic.
because you mentioned that, side note, I don't know what it is, but the decaf espresso beans at Starbucks taste better than the regular.
It's because Starbucks burns their beans. Straight up.
Burn them?
Yes.
You mean on the hoppers?
No, like whenever they're roasted, they burn the beans. I have purchased multiple bags of Starbucks coffee, whole bean coffees, and I've been given another bag of their current
I have like 5 at home,
Ethiopian,
so.
and every single one tastes burnt. And I know it's not me brewing because I'm
That's how we start the episodes, man.
I know.
I'm very I pay attention because I make either French press or pour over coffee.
Yeah.
I make
One of
sure.
those French press guys.
Heck yeah, I make sure
really wanna
I'm
get
not
French press.
burning my coffee.
Yeah.
So I know it's not me. It's not
Yeah.
user error.
Yeah.
Starbucks burns their beans.
All right. So this is a list. We're
I'm not
not going to
gonna
read
say
all of
anything,
the titles
please.
in this. I'm just go through and just read ones I recognize, basically. Once again, Penguin Publishers 100 must-read classic books as chosen by the readers.
Moby Dick.
Published. That is on here.
Now we're going to have to include this hyperlink.
Probably it won't. It's not hard. This was
Just
published
Google it, you'll
back
find
in
it.
September 2018.
Google it. You'll find it.
First one, by the way, these are not ranked in any
We're going to have to go
particular
to
order.
BidMe and create a...
These are not ranked in any particular order. There's Pride and Prejudice.
What?
Never touching it. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
I didn't read that.
What?
I don't want to read.
Dude.
I was supposed to,
It's-
and then we.
It's good.
Isn't it a book
I-
about just making you uncomfortable?
No.
Oh.
It's
To
about
Kill a
lawyer.
Mockingbird is
right?
about... It's honestly, it
I want to read it.
highlights the you know, like I think it's like the 50s, when, you know, prejudice was still a really big thing and everything. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
so,
no, I know.
But
I know recently, like a lot of people have been having a tissy fit because, like, it says the N word in it.
oh yeah,
That
that's
was common
stupid.
for the
Okay.
time.
I know, and
And
so
it's-
many people are like, "No, you need." It's like,
Well, and the-
please
you know,
that's
recognize
history.
this. Well, not only that, completely ignore the fact that it's history.
Mm-hmm.
What, and this is my biggest issue with what's currently. I'm kind of dating this episode. I don't care.
That's fine.
One of my biggest issues with all these like Black Lives Matter movements and tearing down, not really the Black Lives Matter movements. Like, yes, all lives are like they
It is a
they are
Marxist
important.
movement.
But what my biggest issue is like basically everyone's wanting to change history because it doesn't fit what today's culture is. Newsflash. No one gives a rip about how you feel about history. History is written.
history.
Yeah, history is history. It happened. If
And-
we don't pay attention to what actually happened, it will repeat itself.
Well, and then here's the thing: is
Look at the
there?
Egyptians.
Here's the thing again: is
Like 3 times over.
I agree with some of the things that they're fighting for.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I
Yeah,
definitely agree.
but-
Like, it's very unfair that, like, you know, if the statistics are correct, I say if because statistics can be twisted in every way, shape, or form.
Lots of them are.
Look at COVID.
right?
Just saying. But, like, if the statistics can be believed, the amount of police killings against African American people is ridiculous. First of all, the fact that there are police killing statistics, period, is ridiculous. But, like, that percentage is horrible. So, yeah, there needs to be some checks and balances.
Well, I mean, they're I don't want to get too far into this, but there are statistics that the number one person, the person group that police would kill is a white man. That is just the truth. Yeah. But what I wanted to say is they so badly. One of the main things they say is like, you know, their whole idea is like, you guys did wrong to us in the past. You need to fix it. But then they want to forget the past and change the past because they don't like how the past was. Yeah. So either you want to keep the past alive or you want to end it. You pick one. You don't get to pick and choose how you want to make it fit you the best.
Yeah. But like, I love the thing you shared on Facebook. That was like, it was the picture of the Japanese girl.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Yeah. It's a picture of a Japanese girl, just for people who don't know, and it said she needs to pay for Pearl Harbor. And it's like, and then the comment on was, at first I didn't get, but now I understand.
Well, yeah,
and it's like, no.
Blaming, like, because all three of us are white, blaming us for slavery, it would legitimately be like blaming us for dropping atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. It would be like blaming a Japanese person that is our age, like blaming them for Pearl Harbor.
Or
it would be like blaming any German for the killing,
Nazi attack,
for the Holocaust. And that is not to say those events were okay. No, slavery, horrible thing. Nuking anyone. I don't care if it was Japanese. I don't care. Horrible thing. Bombing a military base, though in a time of war, makes sense. We were staying out of the war. It was wrong. I mean, war is wrong. But anyway.
Yeah.
The Holocaust, absolutely terrible thing. The fact that people, today at church, I was talking to a youth student. I'm not going to say his name for obvious reasons, but he kept referring to Germans as Nazis. I'm like, okay, time out. Because we were like...
Were you talking about the time period?
No, so we were talking about accents at the time, because I drop into Russian accent very quickly, very easily. Yeah. Like, it's natural for me. Like, and I was just saying, like, you know, I used to be able to do a pretty decent German accent, especially since I took German in high school. But now, if I can maybe get 2 lines out in a German accent, and then it goes right into Russian, because they're very similar. Yeah. And so he was saying, so if a Russian and a Nazi were having a conversation, I'm like, well, first of all, I'm going to stop you right there. If a Russian and a Nazi were having a conversation, they'd be screaming at each other because they hated each other.
And the Russians would kill them.
Exactly. But if a German and a Russian were to have a conversation, it would be like a conversation you and I are having, because it's today. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's one of those things, it's like, just because it happened in the past does not mean it was okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But... if you decide to completely ignore the fact that the Holocaust happened, I'm just going to use that as an example because it was an absolutely horrible event. Everyone agrees on that.
Yes.
But if you were to completely ignore the fact that happened, then there is a good chance down the line someone will then say, well, then this race is better. It's like, okay, well, then that's what we're dealing with now.
I watched a movie called Rope the other day, and literally basically the premise was these 2 guys murdered a guy. It's an Alfred Hitchcock movie. So
Alfred Hitchcock again.
He's so good.
Birds.
Yep, he did that.
Sorry.
His trailer for that is hilarious, by the way.
The movie is hilarious.
The movie is very funny.
I watched it in high school and it was great.
I would like to preface by saying I watched it because it's a one-shot movie. And I like those because I like the camera work and stuff. It's cool. Birds is not a one-shot movie.
It's not?
No.
Because that's what it was.
No. Rope is a one-shot movie. But anyways, like, the whole point behind it is they kill this guy because their house boss, whatever, at their boarding school, had basically a philosophy similar to Hitler's. And that this was made, like, just after the war ended, too. But then at the end of it, when the murder actually, like, their house room boss guy, whatever, just figures out what they did, and he, like, immediately says that he regrets everything about what he believed, and just realizes how wrong it is, which, there you go. But going back to originally what we were talking about this list, number 3, once again, not in any particular, The Great Gatsby, which I thought was okay.
I have no care to read it, but
I like it.
It was okay.
There's no particular reason why?
That's fair. Yeah, that one. It was okay. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. Crime and Punishment is on here.
Never heard of it.
It's okay. Let's see. The Call of the Wild, which they made that Harrison Ford movie recently
Right.
about the dog.
That was-
Apparently,
Did anyone else see the meme where whenever the shrooms run out and it just
yes, that was
when the
so
shrooms
good.
wear off
That
and
was so
it's
good.
old Harrison Ford sitting next to a dog instead of young Harrison Ford with Chewie.
Chewie, yeah, that's so
I
good.
saw that. No, I have zero
It's
context for the
so
movie.
good.
I saw that and I
It's
busted
so
out
good.
laughing. So funny.
Another one on the list. I,
have
skipped a bunch.
also read that one.
I haven't. Moby Dick is on here.
Oh,
also read that
that
one.
is on my list. I want to read
Yeah,
that book
me
so
as well.
much.
Hey, look what's on here. The Lion Witch in the Wardrobe is on here.
That's a good one.
I'm not gonna read that. We've already explained. We've already discussed this.
Oh, The Lighthouse. I have heard of this one.
Oh,
My
they
Lighthouse?
just made a movie about
Really
it.
weird. Oh yeah, they did. That's right.
Yeah, it's all
Now I'm-
it's in black and white too.
Yeah, I really do need to
Like
read
no,
that.
like Logan Noir.
No, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like Mad Max Fury Road black
Yeah.
and white version. The chrome and black or whatever.
Frankenstein is of course on here.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Hey guys, for all of our
Frankenstein?
viewers, please don't be one of those brainless dum-dums who think that Frankenstein is the monster. Frankenstein is the
Oh.
creator of the monster, not the actual monster.
That's
Just a heads up.
interesting.
If you need clarification, go watch Mel Brooks's Young Frankenstein. Makes
Yes.
it pretty easy to understand,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're stupid.
I didn't know this was a book.
I'm not saying you're stupid, just saying.
Verbucher.
I didn't know this was a book. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a book.
I don't know what it's about, but yeah, I know that.
It's
Or is it
weird.
Verbucher?
Uh,
I know it's
Jack
Bucher.
Nicholson's in the
I don't
movie.
remember her first name, but
Jack Nicholson is just
He's
he's
god
great.
tier acting.
um.
Not really. He's
Here-
really good.
Here's a book on here
Here's
that
Johnny.
I've read and I love. 1984, of course, is on here. That's a good one.
Finn.
What? It's good. The Grapes
that
of
film
Wrath is on here.
We
I haven't
are
read
the
that one.
grapes.
I've heard of it.
We
I don't know
never
much
take a
about
bath.
it. Let's see.
What?
Perhaps Steinbeck, who wrote of Mice and Men,
Yeah.
which
That's a
I
good-
haven't read.
that's a
I
good
want
book.
to read that. This is a beautiful, evocative, and by the end, devastating read.
A beautiful Uva Vakagav.
Eva.
Eva.
Oh, here's another classic.
Wally.
Here's another classic, Dracula.
Eva.
Dracula is great. Oh, I
That's what I'm saying.
That-
So have you guys seen the Dracula series on Netflix?
No, I
No.
refuse to watch it.
Dude, the first episode, I watched just the first episode, and I was like, I'm so utterly confused by what is happening.
Okay, here's the thing.
I don't
I've read the normal book, and I've read, as you can see, I've got the manga version of it.
Manga.
Manga, whatever. I refuse to
Called
watch the
manga.
show purely because it deviates way too much from the book. And like once again, like I talked about with Ready Player One, I think there is a time and place if it's done well, you can deviate from the book, and I think it's good. For things like Dracula and Count Monte Cristo, I want those to be accurate, just because those are too good of a story to be
Right.
changed. in my
Dude.
opinion.
At the same time, there's a moment where like they're definitely playing with Dracula's sexuality heavily in the show. Like there's a moment where the
I
person
think that's
they-
kind of always been a consistency with vampires, though.
probably, but
It-
like
it
because-
was
no,
not
but
in
it was
the original.
in the show, like it got borderline porno,
Gross.
not showing anything. Like it
Well, they
was
did that with-
heavily implied that sexual acts were happening.
They did that with like the movies too, the movies they made, which is
fine.
why
Like,
I never
it-
watched them because I knew there was.
And there
that.
was
But
bestiality.
They also, which wasn't in the book at all. But also, like they changed some things and they made it like I think there's like a female character that's his arch rival in the TV show, which is not in the book at all.
yeah, she's
Which was
a
purely a feminist political thing to put in there.
SJWs.
But next on the
Social-
list, something we can
social
all
justice
agree
workers.
is awesome is none other than not one, not two, but all three of the Lord of the Rings books clumped
Of
together
course.
in one thing.
I've
Yeah.
actually
Be
read the
stupid not to
first.
read 'em.
You finished it.
I finished it a long time ago.
Oh,
in,
that's right,
Like,
that's right, that's
freshman
right.
year.
You read the Silmarillion?
I haven't read the Silmarillion.
Days. It's good.
That I'm pretty sure is more in depth than
It's so much more
than the
but it
unabridged
is-
Iliad and Odyssey. It's probably worse than that.
Tolkien
Okay.
was a great world weaver.
He
Tolkien.
is incredible.
I don't care.
I care.
Would it
if-
surprise you guys if
Straight
I
up-
told you?
If Tolkien was alive now, he would be like the best dungeon
Dungeon
master
master, oh, yeah.
ever.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool, dude. I want to travel back if we have time travel at any point.
Introduce him
That's
to
all I'm
D&D
gonna do.
And make
He
him-
would love it.
Oh heck
think
yes, he
he
would.
would.
But
he would the
would it?
y'all.
What?
Lord of the Rings wouldn't be a book series.
It would be a
It would be an
module.
adventure
Oh
path.
my gosh, yes! This is so good.
But would it
Dude,
surprise
Matt
you?
Mercer and him, I want them to have a
Oh my
conversation.
god.
Okay, would it surprise you if I told you I don't like this book? The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
I completely
That's a
agree.
good one.
I know I own the manga
Another
version.
one that they're trying to
Yeah,
Yep.
censor.
let's not go on
Because-
this rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Again.
but
But I also own the manga version of that and
it's
Timeline
so
Crystal.
boring.
It is.
I had to
very
read that in
boring.
high school. It's so boring.
Great
boring.
Expectations by
It's-
Charles Dickens.
It's better than Tom Sawyer, but it's so boring.
I like Tom Sawyer more.
But Great Expectations is on here by Charles Dickens.
Never heard of
Weren't they like cousins or something? They're
No,
supposed to
they're
be like
just friends.
cousins.
No, they're just friends.
Oh, they're just friends.
Catch 22, which I've heard of. I don't know too much
That's a
about
play
it.
of football.
it. Jump 22? Jump Street?
No, Catch 22.
22 Jump Street?
Sure.
I've heard things about that.
It's funny.
Wow,
I haven't seen
surprise! The Iliad's on here.
Shocker?
Where's
Shocker.
the Odyssey?
I don't know.
It's on its way,
The
trust me.
Catcher in the Rye is on here,
Oh.
which I've heard of.
I've always heard that. I've
I don't know
always
much
just,
about
like,
it.
Read the title and been like, I don't want to
Yeah.
read that. It sounds boring. Just the
It's
title.
supposed to
Same
be
with Gone with
hilarious,
the
actually.
Wind.
I did judge a book by his cover.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll.
We'll read it.
That's a good one.
I might actually, and I don't like the movie.
I'm surprised that I've read so many books from this list.
I'm
Like,
skipping a bunch that like are basically never heard of ones, because
I
you
bet
know
I've
me, I
read
know
some of those.
maybe. Les Miserables is on here.
Les Mis.
Les Mis is on here.
I haven't read it,
Definitely said that
me
wrong.
I've seen it.
Sorry.
know how
Charlie
to say it.
Charlie and the
Les
Chocolate
Miserables.
Factory.
I think it's something like Les Miserables.
Hey, there it is. The
I know.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Wait, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? That's a.
It's such
Oh,
a
wait, I haven't read that
boring-
one. I haven't
It's
read that
such a boring book.
Count of Monte Cristo?
No. Charlie and the Chocolate
Oh.
Factory.
I was gonna say you take that back.
I've never read that book.
But you're missing out.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory I did read in college, or not in
See.
college, in school, in like element, or I don't know what grade it was.
Excuse
It was boring. So bad.
Let's see. East of Eden, another John Steinbeck on here.
You're
I've
John
heard of that one.
Steinbeck.
Lolita, which I've heard of. I don't know anything about it.
Not Alita.
It's a Russian book.
Yeah, you should.
The Secret Garden.
I've
I've
also
also
read that one.
Oh, you've read that. What's it about?
It's been a
Uh,
long time. I've
okay.
read
It's
it, like,
about
when
a
I was
secret
young.
garden.
But yeah,
not the
I
octopus's
also-
garden, that's for sure.
hate
That was
that
like
song.
one of my
I
favorite
love that-
movies.
I love that song.
That was like one of my favorite movies as well when I was little, but it's been so long. I like literally it was like when I was 4 or 5 years old. My mom read it to me.
Gotcha.
So, but it is about
Secret Garden.
yes,
Cool.
and
Oh.
events transpire and bad things
Yeah.
happen.
You know what
Um,
movie's really good? That
spoilers.
is actually, it's a lot better than you think. Jojo Rabbit.
I want to watch
I
that
don't know.
one.
It's dude, it's pretty
I might
funny.
watch it. That's
It's a pretty comedic take on the whole Holocaust concept.
yeah.
Slight spoiler: it's a boy who is like he basically dreams of being a Nazi, and then his mom helps a Jew, and he becomes really good friends with the Jew. And it's a really good movie. Like it does not have the theme, like the story you would initially think it has, and it's really good.
Have you seen the Anne Frank movie?
And it's freaking hysterical too. No,
A Tale of
That's
Two.
like
Yeah, that's
sad. Like
it's
super
yeah. That's
messed
why I
up and
tried to
sad.
segue out of it. Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I don't like that book at all.
don't.
It is boring. I did not enjoy it.
The
in the
title
slightest.
alone reminds me of like Sleepless in Seattle, which I know is a mega chick flick. I'm like, I'm not watching that, so I'm not reading that.
There's a book
Hey.
called
Leap years get too
Orlando.
quick.
I don't
It's
know
not
anything
Orlando
about
Bloom.
it. By
Hey,
the best
that's
part
like
is it's
Legolas.
written by Virginia. Is the first name of the writer?
Orlando, Virginia.
Orlando.
Virginia. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, small segue.
Sure.
Some friends of mine who live in Finland, I think.
Somewhere in the world.
Yeah, somewhere in Scandinavia. That's best I know. They did a Twitch stream the other day, or Twitch Sings stream the other day,
Oh no.
and they sang Country Road.
Did they sing Aunt
Bro, it
Jemima?
was so bad.
Did
Mount
they sing
Jemima.
Mount Jemima? Did
I
they
don't
sing
know.
Mount Jemima?
I don't
So
remember.
Finn thought
I
the
thought it
lyrics
was
were
Mount Jemima and not
Then said
Mount
Mount
Mama.
Mama.
I
Mount
refuse.
Mama.
I was like-
I refuse to say
I just
the actual.
every single
for it,
time I
too.
hear that song now, I just think of like
Mount
this mountain
Jemima.
full of pancakes and
Jemima.
just like syrup pouring
No.
down.
Well, no, like they were saying, they couldn't even say country right. They were saying Country Road.
That's
Country
amazing.
road.
I'm like, oh my
Uh,
god, y'all, you're killing me, and I'm friends with you.
The next is next on the list. I've skipped a bunch again. Is The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Which is
Hot
great.
Tub Time Machine?
Let's do the time warp.
No, Time Machine. After that, immediately is The Art of War by Sun Tzu, which is actually pretty
Oh, yeah, I haven't. That's not like a
actually-
novel though.
good. No, it's
It's
not. Well, this is like literature, I suppose. But I liked it. Another John Steinbeck, Travels with Charlie.
I have the Art of War. I just haven't read it.
It's good. I like it.
It's so thick. I'm like, ugh,
actually.
thicker than a Snicker.
My Antonia.
Never
I
heard of it.
hate that. I thought it was boring as heck.
Probably thought you were boring as heck.
Oh. Dang. Shots fired.
Thank you. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens.
That is good as well.
I will watch the movies. I will not read the book.
Little Woman is on here.
Little woman, pretty woman.
Walking down the street.
The
Pretty
Godfather,
Woman.
of course, is on here.
I
Oh, wait,
can't.
I read the wrong. I said the wrong part first. That's okay.
Okay.
Godfather.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Great movie.
Gonna make him an offer you can't.
I forgot it was a book I actually needed.
Did you know that they gave him a cat? Like, it wasn't in the script. They literally handed him a stray cat just to see what he would do.
That's amazing.
Really?
Yes, that cat. I can't remember. I think it's in Godfather too. But the cat that he's holding
And that's
was
not like an iconic thing for somebody to swivel and
yes,
have a cat.
yes. Literally, before they started recording or before they started filming that scene, the director literally found a stray cat
That's
on
amazing.
set,
That's
picked
so
it up,
cool.
gave it to the actor, didn't say anything, and just
Was
said
that Al Pacino?
roll. No, Al Pacino was in the movie, but no,
Yeah.
that wasn't the actor.
Oh, was it?
I can't think of the guy's name, but like
someone.
he was because the guy's an animal. Like the guy was an animal lover. I say
Mm-hmm.
was because obviously he passed away since then. But
That's funny.
yeah, he was an animal lover. So the director's like, well, I want to see what he's gonna do. Gave him a cat, and scene went fine. They actually they had to do a ton of audio editing because the
Cat
cat
was
was
just-
purring so
That's
loud.
That's awesome.
It's hysterical, and that was not on script.
That's-
Sorry.
Uh,
You said The Godfather, and that just
yeah.
made me think of it.
No, that's awesome. Peter Pan.
Stab my eyes out.
You don't like Peter Pan?
No, I'm so sick of Peter Pan.
I'm sorry. What about Hook?
Hook is good. Hook is good because it's not the classic story of Peter Pan of this young, forever adolescent boy who kidnaps children in their sleep and basically kills them whenever they get too old.
Just saying,
Oh,
a lot of
that's
fairy
right.
tales
I remember
are
that
actually
now.
really
I know
morbid.
the Grimm
Yeah.
brothers are freaking amazing.
They are.
Grimm
Oh my gosh.
Brothers.
Have you like seen some of the? Wait, what is the movie?
The
called?
Brothers Grimm. excuse
Brothers
me.
Grimm. Yeah. Have you read? Have you seen that movie?
I just know some of like the basic like I know the original
messed
tale
up.
of
Like today's.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh yeah.
He literally gets so pissed off he kills himself.
Yeah.
He essentially like rips himself limb from limb in
It's
anger.
disgusting.
It's hysterical. It's so funny.
Can I mention something really quick? No point in going on a tangent with this. But so my parents lived in the Bahamas for a time before I was born, and they went and saw Titanic when that came out in the Bahamas, and there were a bunch. I've never seen it. Don't plan on it. But But but
That's what I was thinking
but
of the whole time.
this is mainly just because we've talked about cultures a bit here, just to show how different the Bahamian culture is. There's a scene in the movie.
What cultures?
Bahamian.
Bohemian?
Bahamian. Bahamas.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Anyways,
This is the
uh,
real
Jesus, just
but anyways, there's a
gone.
scene in
Dude,
Titanic
This
where
is definitely a musical.
there's a scene in Titanic where these two old people are like on a bed and they're in like the water's rising. They're basically waiting to die.
That's so
Wait,
dark.
did you say they're
Yeah.
waiting?
I'm dying. I'm so done.
Can we just talk about the movie? How she's like, Jack, there's no room on this very huge, large board. You're gonna have to die. I'll never let go.
Anyways.
But bye.
Anyways, basically, these two old people are like basically they're just waiting to die.
Yeah.
Waiting.
All of the Bahamians in the theater started pointing and laughing at the screen. Yeah, my
Why?
parents were so shocked. Well, they talk like during the movies. Bahamians do. They just talk during movies. So, but they laughed at that. They thought it was the funniest thing. But quickly going, so I didn't realize, or I forgot, I should say, Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, which is the inspiration for the movie, the weirdest movie I've ever seen, Apocalypse Now.
Hey, at least
Really?
it's
You
not
don't
Plan
know
9
what
from
that
Outer Space.
That's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Hey, how you doing? How you
Have
doing?
you seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
That one's at least fun to watch. Like
It was fun to watch the first time.
Yeah,
the second
exactly.
time, I fell asleep, and it was painful while I was awake.
Plan 9 from Outer Space is the worst
It's
movie.
bad.
Except for, okay, A Trip to the Moon is horrible.
Okay, it's
It was
horrible,
one-
but it's
but-
cool. Just,
Yes,
yeah.
it was one of the first movies made.
Yeah.
But it was so bad. Like, they didn't have rockets then.
Mm-hmm.
So they literally, A Trip to the Moon, the way they did that is they loaded the guy in this huge bullet and they shot him out of a cannon
It's
into
great.
the moon's
It's
eye.
great. It's great.
Into the Lake of Serenity?
No, like, well, I mean, but
Yeah.
it literally had
Anyways.
eyes.
Or Lake of Tranquility. Sea of Tranquility.
Sea of Tranquility. But
Sorry.
the moon literally had eyes though. Like,
That's crazy.
it was like it
Yeah.
had a whole face, and it like showed the moon bleeding. It was like, what the freak is
Yeah.
going on with this?
So that's
And
all
it's
the
all
ones.
silent too.
That's all the ones in that list, but a couple others, just something. Lord of the Flies, of course,
That's a
a classic.
great one.
So dark.
It's
It is, but it's great.
So messed
So
up.
morbid.
Also,
I'm pretty sure more than one person dies.
Yeah.
I think only one died.
No, because
right?
the one gets torn apart by, like, literally clawed to death, and then
They throw
More-
a couple of them off a cliff, I'm pretty
right,
sure.
they throw some off the cliff, and like
They
kill
like
multiple.
skewer the one kid, I'm pretty sure, if I remember
Well,
correctly.
that's from the movie. They actually
Yeah.
they skewer him, but in the book they actually literally tear him apart with their claws,
Oh.
which is
Was that the piggy guy?
No, I think Piggy.
no, that was the chameleon guy.
No, there was a piggy though, was he?
Yeah, Piggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was he the one that they chucked
No.
off the cliff? Or did
No, I
they-
think
I
Piggy
don't know.
lives.
I thought he died.
It's been a while since I've read
It's
it.
been a hot minute.
I,
didn't.
know, but I know
never
that I
actually
know
read
the
book.
kid with the chameleon. Huh?
I never actually read it.
I think.
just,
I think
paid
less
attention
people.
to the deaths in English class.
I think less people die in the book than you remember.
I know, but it's more than one person dies. It's very easily more than
Yeah,
one person dies.
I know that. Is, but
Animal
Oh, sorry.
Farm is in here.
Oh my
that's a
god!
good one as well.
I don't know how.
Why do you hate all these classics?
No, the Watershed something.
Warship Down?
I don't think it's that.
That crappy classic about the rabbits?
Yes! Oh my.
Watership Down. It's awful. It's awful. I hate it. That is. Okay, I want to really quick talk about two books I've read in school. One that I really like and one I really hated. Watership Down is the worst book I've ever had to read for school ever. I did not finish it. It was that bad.
Oh wait, and then sorry, going back to the Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one where they're like, there? I remember some like classic book that we had to read in English class, and it was it was not Lord of the Flies. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. The book I liked the most that I ever had to read in an English class was The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Picture of Dorian.
What?
The portrait of Dorian Gray.
Okay.
Over there.
Of
Hey.
course it is.
Hey,
I kept the book.
Hey,
instead of
should
buying
we
it
also
because
should
I
we
liked
also
it.
just mention that the first Harry Potter book is actually called The Philosopher's Stone?
Yes.
Yeah.
In England, it is. No,
Well, that's
so
the
there
original
was.
title, though.
Yeah, no. So there's one book. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like we're reading this in like 10th grade or something.
Yeah.
Maybe 9th or 8th. I don't know. I was in like junior high school at the time, and literally like it was this.
Plug it into my computer, dude.
It was a book about like these boys who lived at like a boarding school that was just super jacked up. Like it was horrible. But literally they like at one point they took like 2 pages of this male character describing this other male character's butt.
What?
In great detail how luscious and round it was. I'm like, I want to
done.
vomit.
I do want to
I
vomit.
want to vomit.
I want to vomit.
Like, I don't care if it was a girl talking about his butt or a guy talking about a girl's butt. I don't want to read a 2-page description about someone's butt.
no one does.
Apparently, because it was considered a classic.
Never. I have no idea what that is.
So
and
I
don't care.
think
Uh,
sometimes classics really shouldn't be classics.
I agree.
Like there are some classics that are just stupid and they don't need to be classics. They have no
agree.
business.
Like
being classics.
Animal Farm and Watership Down.
But Animal Farm makes sense though. I understand that
agree
because
with
that is about the
effects of communism.
yes.
And look, I don't like Animal Farm. I don't find enjoy it, but I appreciate the lesson.
Yes.
It's literally I think I've told you this before. Animal Farm is the kid version of 1984.
Yeah.
1984 is the adult version.
Yeah, excuse me.
I like 1984 better, but you know, let's see, Of Mice and Men, which you like a lot, and I want to read.
You're so bad.
I know, but I'm going through just.
It's sad.
everything.
Okay.
So I've heard. Fahrenheit 451.
That is
I
also
have never
Oh
read.
shoot.
a good book.
Um,
The movie is weird as freak.
what's
dude.
that book about
Which
again?
one? It's like a dystopian future where,
Where
they burn
books. Yeah.
That's
The
right.
firefighters.
Have you seen the special
Don't
edition that
actually-
actually comes with a match as the one in the cover?
No,
And then the spine is actually like you can strike a match on the spine.
That's awesome.
that's-
It's
actually
so cool.
That is great.
But yeah, they're called firemen,
Mhm.
and they create the fires.
Of course, Odyssey. The Scarlet Letter.
I think the Odyssey is better than the Iliad, but I don't
Cool.
know.
Scarlet Letter. Sorry, that just reminded me of the
Yeah.
movie Easy A, which was really good.
I've never read the Scarlet
Easy A
Letter.
is actually a
Scarlet
really
Letter is
good
also good. Dang, I've read so
Oh
many
my
freaking
God.
classics. What the freak?
I know. Ulysses.
And yet they still never taught me how to do my taxes. Something that actually.
Gulliver's Travels.
That movie was garbage.
I haven't read or seen.
Oh,
that.
look, there's the picture. Of
Oh wait,
Dorian
no,
Gray.
I did
The
see it
movie is
with Jack
so
Black.
bad. Yes.
Oh my gosh, no, I actually like that. That was fun.
So stupid.
The Adventures of Mark Twain, or Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Mark Twain. Shut up.
The Adventures of Mark Twain
Shut
by
up.
Tom Sawyer.
Shut up.
I also haven't read
Um,
that one. Dude, I've read so many freaking classics.
David Copperfield. I didn't know that was a book
What?
by Charles Dickens.
David Copperfield is a magician,
I know.
my dude.
I know.
It's a book by Charles Dickens
It's
as well.
also a book by Charles Dickens as well.
He's so unoriginal. He should be sued for his name. Not Charles Dickens.
David Copperfield.
No, I
Um,
think it. I wonder if it's about him.
Nah.
David Copperfield's more recent. Pretty sure, right?
David Copperfield was like
I don't remember.
early
I don't know
30s,
my.
right?
I don't know my magician.
No.
Charles
the
Dickens was-
magician? The magician David Copperfield? No, he's like recent.
Yeah,
He's not current though.
I don't think he's current, but he's
recent.
Oh,
Within
what
the
the freak?
2000s. I believe,
Yeah,
Right.
he's.
We need to sue David
David.
Copperfield for stealing Charles Dickens' book name.
Over here.
Oh, maybe I'm just super wrong.
We're super dumb.
Yeah, no, here it is. He's an American magician.
Mm-hmm.
His name is actually David Seth Kotkin, but he is known professionally as David Copperfield.
I bet he liked Charles Dickens' book and
Must have.
titled it and called himself David Copperfield. I have no idea what Charles Dickens' book's about. I mean, it would help
Me
us
neither.
if we know, but
Sherlock Holmes.
wait, was Frankenstein on there?
Yeah, Frankenstein was on
Okay.
it.
Oh,
I
he
remember
is
that.
still active.
I was right.
David Copperfield has been active since 1974.
What the freak, dude? That's,
He's
And of course,
63 years
Victorian
old.
England was Charles Dickens, if I recall
Oh.
correctly.
I didn't
Dude's
know he was
super
alive.
old. He's 63.
Have you seen Now You See Me?
Yeah,
No.
such a good movie.
So good.
Such a good movie.
The second one was not as good as the first, but it was still good.
All
It
I've
is so good.
seen is the card
And they're
throwing
coming out with
scene
the third.
from
Dude,
the second.
legitimately,
That
go.
is so
You
good.
would like Now You See Me.
Yeah,
Probably.
you actually would.
You like. I'm not joking. You like. It has some comedy and like some funny stuff
Yeah.
in it. But no, like, legitimately, you would like.
For
you would
reference,
watch
for
it.
people listening, comedies are not really my
Yeah.
movie.
I feel
forte.
like he would. He's one of those guys who would be like, "Oh, I totally saw it coming."
Probably, yeah. But no, like, I feel like you would secretly be the guy who watches it once, and you're like, wait, what? And then you go back and watch it again, and you look for everything you know you missed in the first time.
See, that's what I want to do with that movie. I won't
It's-
mention again because you
Dude,
guys are sick of me
dude,
mentioning
The
it.
Prestige?
Yes, which is also about magicians.
No, but
Give a crap.
So
No.
good.
So have you seen Eli's book? Right,
Book of
Eli's
Eli.
Book of Eli.
No, it's on my list.
Okay.
It's
Don't
so
spoil
Okay,
it.
then I can't say anything. Then I can't
Don't,
say-
because it's on my list.
But
I want to watch
It
it.
is something.
It's one of my. It's legitimately
also
one of my dad's favorite movies.
That
It's
is-
I want to
so
watch it.
good.
That is also something you want to go back and watch again.
I know.
But it
It
is
gets
so
so okay.
Don't tell me.
I'm not spoiling anything. Once you watch it through, because I've told other people this about the Book of Eli, because it is. I've seen it like 7 times. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It gets better after you've seen it the first time.
because you realize things. And you're
Well,
like,
because really quick, and this is the problem I have with both books and movies, is when reading something or designing a plot. I find it interesting when authors and writers design everything around a plot twist, because here's the thing. That's great, and plot twists are always fantastic unless they're executed poorly. AKA Rey being a Sith, that was a piece of trash. But if
Technically, she's not a Sith.
a Palpatine,
she's just a
I meant to say
Palpatine.
Palpatine. I don't know why I said Sith.
hey, spoiler,
but
man. No, she
but-
should have been a Sith. Bro.
but
She should have ended up being a
but
Sith.
but my problem with
We're not
that,
even gonna start on that
yeah,
path because
we're not
literally
going on
we
that.
will never get off
never
of it.
stop. But if the
Although it sounds like
movie
we're all in agreement.
movie or book hinges entirely on the plot twist, you can't really reread it a lot of the time.
Oh.
You can maybe do it one other time.
No, but see, okay.
You can maybe do it once because you want to see
That's
the
kinda
things
that's
that
kind
would
of
not
like
make
the
sense.
others. It's you.
I know
So
what
it's
you're
a
talking
horror
about.
movie?
Yeah.
You can
Oh.
only watch it really. You can really only
like-
watch it once.
Well, that's like Scream. Like the movies, like the old horror movie Scream. I say old. It was '96, I think.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies where it's like you watch it and like
But-
thinking back, I'm like, okay, I can see how
You can
this
s-
person was how this person was actually Ghostface.
I
can
actually
see
know
that.
the end to it, even though I've never seen it.
Yeah, like
But you
it's-
can still. I mean, that one you can still watch again, and like that's like a kind of a classic that you can like go back and watch.
it didn't even. I literally watched it the other night. It didn't even phase me. I'm so desensitized to horror right now. It's not even funny.
Well,
But no, like I'm not. So the Book of Eli, I'm not kidding you. It is one of those movies where
It's
the
better.
entire thing hinges on a plot twist.
But it's
But you go back and watch it, and I'm not kidding you. I've seen this
I'm
movie like 7 or 8 times. Every single time, I'm like, oh my gosh, they did such an incredible job hiding things in the movie that you don't catch. You like, I'm
I
telling you
did-
this right now.
near the end, I was like,
Yeah,
what
no.
if?
Further
Because-
in, like the closer to the end you get, the more you're like you start
Maybe.
thinking.
And
But
then-
I'm,
like
I'm
a maybe,
telling you this
maybe.
right now. There is multiple things in that movie you will not. I don't
Catch.
care how good you are at analyzing a movie. You will not catch it until you finish the movie and then you think back or rewatch the movie. It is that freaking well
Yeah, yeah.
done. Book of Eli is my number
like,
1 plot twist movie.
the
I
the
love
first,
it.
The first scene makes so much sense once you.
I know. I know.
Don't say anything. Don't ruin it for me.
Oh. Okay, next movie night, we're watching Book of Eli. It's settled.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
After that, you know what we're watching? my current favorite plot twist movie?
I'm not watching The Prestige.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I
It's
refuse.
such a great plot twist.
No.
Why?
I'm
not watching
only
it.
not
It's
gonna
so
watch
good.
it because you love it so much.
Exactly.
It's so good.
I'm like, no.
Well, I'm not watching Book of Eli.
That's
Screw you.
no. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
You will.
We will get
It's
Mega
either-
Seraphim to you.
It's either that. It's either that or High School Musical.
Okay.
And you will now watch
Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
Because I ain't watching the
Because-
other
And
one ever.
I
Because I'm not
Tristan
watching
and-
that one either.
Tristan and I will fight with you on that. Or fight for you on that rather. We will force you to watch Book of Eli, and then you will not have to watch High School Musical.
And I won't have to either.
I've already seen it. I watched it whenever I was in middle school.
It's not.
And I loved it as a kid.
I started
and
trying
then
to watch
grew
it.
up.
And
How
I
smart.
literally
Never touched it.
was like,
What was I just looking
this
up?
is so stupid.
Book of
The
Eli?
Prestige.
Yeah,
Prestige, which is a great movie.
Just so I can know what I'm looking at and
Dude,
laughing at.
okay.
And no.
Anytime
oh my
the name
God,
Prestige
no.
is mentioned,
What do
you
you mean
don't
no?
have to say.
I mean, okay, that kind of sounds cool, but no,
It's
I'm not
good.
watching it.
Finn,
It's Christopher Nolan.
I don't give a crap.
anytime there's...
Fucking hey, Hugh Jackman's in it.
Yeah.
I need to watch this now. I don't want to, but I need to watch
Bobby, stop!
It's a good movie.
Hugh Jackman is in the movie.
Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale. It's so good.
Freaking Michael Caine, dude.
And Michael Caine.
And Scarlett Johansson.
Suck it. It's
Like-
so good.
It is.
Wait!
That's a really stacked cast. I'm not
Scarlett
watching
Johansson.
it.
Kane's also in Now You See Me.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Michael Caine, by the way, just a fun point of
Dude,
trivia.
he's actually a magician.
Yeah.
a fun point of just
Oh no,
movie
this
knowledge.
is Victorian era crap. I'm not watching that. No.
What?
No. Ow, God, that hurt.
That makes
That
no
was like a
sense.
small dog yapping. That's
that
what
hurt.
that sounded like.
That legitimately hurt my ear.
Like one of the punt dogs.
Yeah, like I know that peaked, but that pierced my ear. That hurt.
I'm confused as to what you have against
I'm
Victorian
not. No, I'm
London.
not watching that.
Victoria
What the heck
London
is wrong with you?
is fun.
But
Yeah, but I'm not watching a magician movie about that. Like now you see me is great.
What?
I'm not watching.
I'm
something
very
that old.
confused as to your reasoning for that. But
But
fun point of trivia, fun point of movie
'cause
facts once again.
because the
Okay.
Brothers Grimm is also kind of style like that.
It's actually
because they were
for Victorian London.
yeah, but I'm just saying it's old timey, but it's kind of magic because they were
Oh yeah.
con artists is what they were.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But it was the movies are good.
Brothers
I like
Grimm
the
is
movie.
so
Fun,
dark.
fun little point of just movie.
I think that was
knowledge once
about it.
again.
I think so.
Michael Caine has been in every single Christopher Nolan movie since Batman Begins.
I am so sorry.
Michael Caine is Batman Begins.
By the way, that means he missed one Christopher Nolan movie.
Ever?
He's been ever Memento.
That either
Hey, if you put that in Diet Coke, it makes it explode.
that tells me one of two things. Either Christopher Nolan's really bad at making movies and Michael Caine's just
Whoa.
great at act. Listen, let me finish my
Whoa.
statement.
Christopher Nolan needs the help.
Either Christopher Nolan's horrible at making movies and Michael Caine's acting ability brings it up, or no one wants Michael Caine to act in the movie because he's horrible, but Christopher Nolan knows how to get him to act well.
I'm leaning towards the second one just purely because
I
Christopher
doubt
Nolan
either of
is
those. I think it's
a master
Christopher
director.
Nolan
I think they just
knows how good he is, and he
Yeah.
likes acting with
That's
him.
honestly
Just like George Lucas with freaking Harrison Ford.
So you get a good combo going and see work
I'm
with them.
purposely gonna stay away from Star Wars because I will get on a.
Okay.
But
Rise
that's the
of
originals.
Skywalker.
How are you?
No,
upset
I'm
with it?
still gonna get on
Anyways.
a Rise of Skywalker. rant.
Anyways,
Like,
anyways.
I'm that on edge about it right now.
Anyways,
Hey, what's
I
your
want to
name?
talk about
My
really
name's-
quick.
Tristan Scott.
I'm this dude. I'm this close to cussing.
so bad.
My name's
Stop!
My name's
Stop!
Ray
Stop!
Star Wars.
Stop!
I was actually talking to someone at the church about this, and it got me so mad. So like you're building on a fire that's already been going.
Stop it! Stop it!
We
Uh,
didn't start
can I
the
talk?
fire.
It's always it's
Ryan
Ryan.
started the fire.
Oh boy. Can I talk about a classic that I both like and dislike?
Dude, stop bringing up the Prestige.
I was gonna do the same thing.
I know you were. I knew you were both like.
That was a lob, dude.
It just anytime Finn's like, you know what movie's good?
the Prestige.
the same freaking thing.
in
every time.
Bruges.
Dude, and
Oh my god.
have you not noticed that anytime it's mentioned, he literally, it's like something he has to say. It's so good.
He's not.
He
It's
can't avoid it.
It's
What about
like
1917?
it's
That's
like
also really
Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory, like the
I haven't seen it.
Penny.
Oh yeah,
penny.
good.
If you open like in one episode they actually he's getting so mad because we keep interrupting him and it's hysterical. It's actually feeding into what I'm saying. In one episode,
she didn't let him.
No.
Right?
Yes, there is an episode where she opens a door and he has to knock on the doorway to
Right.
finish saying it. But no, there's an episode where Penny and Bernadette are in her apartment, and so it's Penny. Bernadette opens the door. He shuts the door. Bernadette. Penny opens the door, and like he's like they're catching him in this loop of his brain is stuck. He cannot process that he is saying one person's name and the other person is opening the door. It's messing with him. That's what's happening to you. We're sticking you in a loop and you don't know what to do. It's hysterical.
Anyways, Murder on the Orient
It's
Express.
so funny because I'm gonna keep doing it. And he's gonna get more
Finish
and more
Sheldon.
frustrated.
Murder on the Orient Express. Okay?
I am such a jerk.
Murder on the Orient Express
You've talked about
is a
it.
classic
Oh.
I like and dislike.
Is that a movie or is that a?
They made a movie recently, which is like the
Metro Exodus.
third movie they've made.
I know. I've heard something
Trades,
about
That's
that.
all that
well,
matters.
well, here's the thing, right? It's a good mystery book. But
Oh, didn't they
it,
just make a movie?
that was a couple
It
years ago.
looked kind of stupid.
No, it was good. It was all right. It was all right.
I have a book.
I
Um,
thought they just
but-
made a movie.
But no, it was like a few years ago. But one thing I like about mysteries is when they give the reader everything they would need to know to, if they wanted to, solve it on their own before the conclusion, like right before the conclusion. This book, on purpose, withheld information until after how it happened was revealed to you, and I was like, it was such a very what's the word I'm looking for?
A tease.
No, not a tease. Like the piece of information was so, like you needed it to do it, but it was such
It's
a
generalized.
no, not generalized. The piece itself, you would have required it to figure it out, but it was so just not mundane. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is now. It's bugging me.
I think
Anyway,
we broke
it was.
Finn.
Well, we totally broke Finn,
It was a piece of
and I'm
information
proud of this.
that you would need to figure it
Keep
out.
spiking this.
But shut up.
I played Finn.
But it's such like a weird piece of information at the same time.
Okay,
Anyways.
so sorry. Going back to books, I don't know why you said mystery, and I don't
Yeah.
know why a horror novel popped into my brain. I think both of you would enjoy this book. It's called House. It's by Frank Peretti and Ted Decker.
Frank
Panetti.
Peretti?
Mike Panetti.
No, not Panetti. Peretti. It is a really good because Frank
I know
Peretti.
the name Peretti though.
Yeah, Frank Peretti and
Is he a Christian author?
yeah, Frank
I was about to
Peretti
say,
and Ted
yeah.
Decker are both Christian
Ted
authors.
Decker. That's the guy I was trying to think of earlier.
Really?
Who did
Red.
he did Red, Black, and
And
White.
White.
Red.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is that the series though? Is
I
the
don't know.
Red series?
I have
I
no
think
idea.
so. Cause yeah,
Yeah, I
red.
think-
It's red, black, and then
I
there's
think
white.
so. Yeah. But
But yeah,
I,
no.
really, I have that
it-
book. The series.
House is seriously the one that the copy that I got was mass paperback, like mass produced paperback
Bye-bye.
size, and it was about
Are we moving?
this thick.
Mhm.
So like it had
Pretty
like
short.
yeah, like it wasn't a super long book, but it was really good. So if you guys like horror-esque books,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
really good. It's really
I was gonna
good.
say something. You said that they give you enough pieces to figure it out on your own with the
A lot of them
the
do.
books. I was just gonna say, I don't necessarily think that the author of Sherlock Holmes does that.
No, he doesn't. And
He
but one
kind of keeps you. He gives you a lot
Yeah.
of pieces of information that will
Sir
lead you
Arthur-
into.
Sir
Arthur
Arthur
Conan
Conan Doyle
Doyle.
doesn't do that, but it was the piece of information stuff. Like I said, there's a word I can't think of trying to describe it. What are you
I have a
doing?
thought.
Oh, gotcha. But it
The
was
Lost
just
Book is.
this piece of information was so, like, it was kind of like a why wouldn't you have told me
Titular.
that kind of thing. No, not it was
Just throwing out words.
Once again,
He's
It
getting
was
so
specific-
frustrated.
So ticked off.
I'm not frustrated. I'm just disappointed.
We keep interrupting you, and you're
I know.
visibly getting mad.
He's like,
Really?
Yes.
I don't feel mad.
You are
That's the thing.
visibly getting
you're
upset.
just getting tense, is all.
Yeah, that's the word. You are getting very tense with us doing
Because
this.
like you should see him. His arms are slowly getting higher and higher as he's speaking. He's like, listen to me.
As his arms go back up.
Anyways, it was specifically the piece of information. It didn't make sense to withhold it.
He's now
Okay,
focusing on
right.
getting his arms out. Okay, freaking I lost it. That whole thing. Oh no! I remember now. Did you guys see the latest drama when it comes to Sherlock Holmes?
No, wait, what?
Have you?
Is this a joke?
No, this is not a joke.
I'm so mad.
Okay,
It is
let me
absolute.
Is it the lady?
No. Okay, so, possibly. So Netflix is producing. I think it's a movie or is it a TV show?
TV show?
TV show about
Oh, you are
like in the
starting to get
realm
worms from
of.
me right now. Can I point out what it's based off of?
Not
really
yet.
Quick.
Not yet. Let me explain
I'm
what it is.
so mad.
Let me-
Now I'm mad.
Let me tell
now
you what
I'm
it is.
actually
Side
mad.
note, a pause from the anger. Sherlock is amazing.
Sherlock is.
I haven't
The
watched
TV
it.
series?
I have a manga.
Freaking
of
amazing.
It.
Still haven't watched it. No.
Yeah.
So
Go
Netflix.
take a look.
So Netflix
Next
is.
to No Guns Life and Count Monte Cristo.
Sherlock.
No, it's just Sherlock.
So
No, that's later. It's just the first episode.
So
Sorry.
Netflix
So
is making a TV show based on Sherlock
Oh.
Holmes,
There it is.
but it focuses on like whenever he has a daughter,
Sister.
sister.
It's supposed to be a sister.
Oh, the article I read said daughter.
It's supposed to be a sister.
Okay, well the article I read said daughter, and basically, the estate of the author. What's his name?
I think it's a chick.
No, the author of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, Sir Arthur Conan.
That dude. His estate is suing because they're claiming that the portions that like the portions of Sherlock that they are accessing to create this TV show are not yet public domain.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Well, okay. Here.
Isn't it 50 years for public
But
domain?
their claim is that the show is based on works that were published.
In 2011.
Wow.
Here's. You ready for my quick rant? I'm make it fast. Written.
You have
You're not timing me. I'm
Quick
going.
rant.
Listen. Here's the fact. Written in
45 seconds,
2011
go.
about a character that did not exist in the Sherlock Holmes books. Period. It is purely a feminist social justice warrior.
Oh,
Bullcrap.
yeah. Warrior. Is it worker
And-
or warrior?
I don't care. I don't want to know. And here's
you
the
see
thing.
him holding his hands so that he doesn't raise them.
Here's the thing.
he's focusing so hard.
I'm actually not. I'm really not.
His arms start
Guys,
going up.
Listen.
Look, I'll keep them up in the air. You want them up in the air? I'll put them up in the air. But
You know it's getting real with
once
the
again,
arms up.
15 seconds.
I don't care. But they make it. Oh yeah, he's got a sister who's smarter than him and Mycroft. And guess what? I wrote this in 2011, and I don't actually care about the source material at all. And somehow people are okay.
Time,
with
rant
it.
over.
Don't care. Absolute malarkey.
And that's something that is ticky about that, because there's supposed to be the conflict between Mycroft and Sherlock. You know how they're, you know, the way that they work. It's supposed to be a competition there. That like bringing new characters into
classic literature.
stories, or changing characters to fit to
your political ones.
political wants, not even needs.
Yeah.
Because needs
Okay.
is ridiculous.
I said
I found
ones.
it.
Like
I
okay,
don't
so,
show it to me. I
So
will
here's
throw your phone
something
across the room.
here's something I'll say is I'm gonna bring this up. Storm from X-Men in the original series is supposed to be white. I think that the actress did, and I actually like to say actor, by the way, because actress is a fake word. But but I think the actor did really well. I think she did okay fitting that storyline, and she did okay. And that is proof that it can work. But
Oh, you're right. It is sister.
But when you've already established characters, like people wanted like Michael B. Jordan to play Superman, and I'm like, that's why.
Okay,
It's
well,
like-
hold on.
Yeah,
now you're
go.
entering my world. You're entering my
Oh,
world.
no.
So, multiverse. There is an Earth where...
That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Multiverse, there is a
But-
world... Hold on. Not done.
Okay.
Not done. You're in my realm
I
of
think
DC.
I think you're going.
There
along
is
soon.
there is an Earth where there is a like the president of the United States is Superman and he's black. So if they want to do a multiverse spin, by all means, let Michael B. Jordan be Superman. Personally, I think he's overrated. I don't think
Yeah, I
he.
don't
sh-
think-
I think he
think
was
he's that
horrible as
great of an
Killmonger
actor.
in.
Yeah.
In what's it called?
hate that movie.
I don't like him as an actor. I don't think he's as good as everyone claims he is. But when it comes to Superman, it's okay. This is something I also have to get over personally. It's not a matter of who the person is. Screw the actor. That being said, I love Henry Cavill. I think he's the perfect Superman right now. Like,
He is,
I think he's great. But screw Henry Cavill. Superman is not a person. Superman is an ideal. Superman, it doesn't matter if it's a guy, if it's a girl, if he's black, white, Asian, I don't freaking care. Superman is the idea of Superman is the best in all of us. So, you can't make the best in all of us be a race. You can't make it be a gender. You can't make it be a sexuality. It doesn't exist. Because the fact of the matter is, Superman is an ideal. He personifies the best of society. Not white society, not black society, not Asian society. No, society in general.
We got really political
Here's-
this episode.
We did. Here's
So multiverse, yes.
What-
in general,
what I-
no.
here's what I meant.
I know it,
And
'cause-
what I meant is, if you establish a character, if you're going to have a different actor than what is if you're gonna have a white actor play a black role or a black actor play a white role, I'm okay with that as long as it makes sense.
Yeah.
As long as the actor is the right choice for the role. But there are some small issues, like they're doing The Little Mermaid, and it's a black actor, and I wouldn't normally have anything wrong with that, but the
reasoning behind it.
It changes a lot of things, because I mean, she's like supposed to have red hair. That's like one of the most
Yep.
iconic parts about her actual physical character.
Well, and another thing
And-
is the reason why, like, let's go just literally down to basic human biology. The reason why, like, what gives your skin pigment is a protein called melatonin. Or melanin,
Everyone is
excuse me,
thinking
melanin.
biology
Melanin.
class knows this.
Melanin. And the reason why, like, this is not being racist in the slightest. This is literally human biology. The reason why you are white, black, or anything in between is the amount of melanin your body contains. Melanin developed because in countries like the Middle East and in Asia or in Africa, all those countries, they had a much more severe exposure to the sun. Their skin needed to adapt to withstand being burnt constantly. There's a reason why there's the joke that redheads burn because they're pale as crap, because they're legitimately pale as crap.
Yep.
There's another reason why a black individual is not going to burn nearly as easily, because they have a bunch of melanin that's standing up against the sun's harmful rays. And I'm looking at you just because you're in front of me. I'm talking just in general. I'm sorry, Tristan. I feel like I'm giving you the evil eye. I'm not mad at you.
We know what you
I'm
did.
just waiting for his hands to start raising.
No, I kind of do
He
drill
does the
sergeant. I
point.
get
He does
blade
the
hands.
point. Blade hands.
But no,
right?
like, so if you look at what a mermaid is an individual who lives under the surface of water. The sunlight, the further down you get, this is, again, basic fact. The further down you get, the darker and less sunlight there is. I.e., there's no flipping reason for a mermaid to be black, because a mermaid has no need for for melanin.
Here's an interesting thing
maybe. Because I'm thinking about this from like an artist point of view.
Also,
and,
real quick-
like a DM type.
Real quick,
Um,
I'm showing a picture of the 2015 Fantastic Four. Tell me, what's wrong with this picture? I can tell you right now.
Oh yeah,
Johnny and Sue Storm. Johnny and Sue Storm are siblings. Sue's white, Johnny's black.
And here's the
decided
thing,
they-
if they were both mixed,
and they
Or-
But
decided.
no,
both
but it's
one
very
or the
plainly
other.
one is black, one is
Yeah,
white. There's
exactly.
not half and half.
And they decided to go with like the adoption thing is what they did.
Yeah, and it's such bull. No,
Okay.
adoption.
And
You
that
still
totally
wouldn't
changes
take.
the character. And
One-
that's
okay.
that's one instance.
That
where
is
it's
literally
totally not okay.
that is literally pissing
Really?
on a writer's
Yeah.
creative creation.
yeah.
It's saying no, what you created is no longer valid.
Mm-hmm.
We're changing it because what you made sucks.
Plus, that movie was crap.
It was awful.
It was a build up until the last 5 minutes, and then the last 5
Well,
minutes was the actual
and
boss battle.
let's
And
be-
it
let's
ended
be-
so quickly.
Let's be real. The original Fantastic Four movies with Chris Evans as Human Torch and what's her name,
I
Jessica
don't
Alba
remember.
as Sue Storm, those movies were bad. This was worse.
I kind of
Um,
like those movies.
Silver Surfer was good.
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
Here's the thing though, because Storm and of course Harvey Dent in the Tim Burton Batman was played
Right.
by dude from Star Wars, Lando Calrissian. That
Oh.
guy.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
I don't remember his name.
Wait,
Yeah,
when?
he plays Harvey Dent in the first Tim Burton Batman movie.
Apparently, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this because I
don't Yeah.
remember that in the slightest.
Yeah, he plays it.
That's
Here's the thing. I was okay with that. And I've talked with you on multiple occasions. I don't like it when they change it because nowadays it's become a political thing.
And see, that's my biggest thing. I
That's
don't
my
care
problem
if you
with
do
it.
it purely because of
the actor's
Yeah.
best choice.
yeah, by all means, I don't care.
And
I don't care if you make
And-
I don't
and-
care if you change the race or even quite frankly even gender of a character. I don't care. My issue is don't have a hidden agenda behind it. Don't make it political. Don't make it a race thing.
And-
no,
and-
it's a flippin' movie.
And the Little Mermaid, that's totally. I mean, Disney
Well, and-
is all about that
Yeah.
SJW stuff. I mean, that's all Disney cares about
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, and again, there is if you look at actual natural fact,
It makes no sense.
there is zero reason why there would be such a thing as a black-skinned mermaid.
Of course, you can say magic and all that stuff because
And-
movies don't
and-
exist, but even still.
And another
Um,
thing is like I was saying, looking kind of at it from a DM standpoint, is it'd be interesting to have a race of mermaids
Darker
that were darker skinned because they live in a place like the Caribbean,
Well-
where it's
the
like
water is shallower.
more shallow water. You know, if
That
they
could
lived
work, but
in
this
a,
is definitely-
in a tropical
Yeah,
type
it doesn't
area.
take-
They have to
But yeah,
completely
it's-
change they have
Right.
to change
Second.
everything about
Because
the
it's like-
mermaid for that.
That's supposed to
Yeah.
be like around freaking
UK,
England, right?
yeah.
yeah, UK, right? So-
Because most of the stories happen,
Disney-
most of the classic
doesn't make
Disney
sense.
stories happen around Europe,
Yeah.
Europe,
Yeah.
Scandinavian
Because that's
areas.
where they were written.
Exactly.
But we're
Wow, we
getting
got
low
really
in time.
political.
I think I'm going to
Wow.
did.
I'm going to say one political thing really quick. I think it's dumb. I don't remember the name of the show, but there's some show where they
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
no, but there's
That was a
some
joke.
show.
That was a joke.
Some show where they have stated they will no longer, they are swapping actors because they had white people playing black characters. It's an animated show. But no, if they, let me just point out, this is, yeah.
Time out. So in the show, the characters were black, but they
Like
were
a
voiced by
couple
white people.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
nothing. That's, a
Can
black
I just-
person can
can
do a
I
white
ju-
person
Can I just point out
if they
that
do.
Timmy Turner
Is done by a girl.
is done by a female named Tara Strong.
Mhm.
Timmy flipping Turner is a chick, y'all. Like
But,
it.
and look, here's the thing.
And that
I just
blew,
wanna
for the
point
record,
out-
that blew my. Whenever I learned that blew my mind.
Here's the thing. You know Echo from League? We played League. You know Echo.
I say that I like playing Echo. I'm actually kind of good at
Echo.
it as mid.
Voiced by a white guy.
Really?
Yeah. He also plays Blue Beetle in the Injustice 2 game, who is a black character. And he does a good job.
Well,
And-
that's another thing.
I think he sounds good. But yeah, but there I know I can't think of any, but I can definitely
if you
look
look
them up.
at
There are
if you look at League of Legends, like let's just stay on League of Legends for a second.
Sure.
If you look at League of Legends, Yasuo looks Asian. He's voiced by
By
Liam
Liam
O'Brien. Liam O'Brien's definitely not Asian.
he's Irish.
Exactly.
But I just want to
O'Brien.
point out. I don't care if a black guy voices a white person in a show or whoever voices whoever.
Only time
It's
I
a
care.
voice.
Yeah.
It's a voice. It shouldn't matter. And you know,
Let's see. Well,
I'm about to get totally flamed, and we all agree on this. I know the three of us do. It's basically becoming racism towards white people because, you know, it's okay for, basically they're saying one way is offensive somehow. Don't know why. Don't know how. They've done it for years.
they claim whitewashing is offensive, which, let's be real, whitewashing has been a problem in Hollywood.
Yes, yeah.
Like, not saying it hasn't. I'm not saying that's not a thing. It's definitely a thing. Not saying it's right, because it's definitely wrong. Like, I'm being completely straight up honest. Mulan, if I were to go, like, if they were to make the live action movie and use, well, I know that, but I'm saying, like, if they were to make it with all very
Americans.
obvious Caucasian actors, I would refuse to go
Yeah.
see it, because, like, no, Mulan, that is not an English name. That's very clearly an Asian name.
Yeah, exactly.
Duh. But that being said, like like, okay, Kung Fu Panda.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Black voiced Poe.
Yeah.
Right.
Jack Black's very obviously white.
Yeah.
Pandas are very obviously Chinese.
Yeah.
Kung Fu
But
Panda is a
it's
very
an
easily
animated movie.
exactly. And Jack Black, fight me on this. I will take a hammer to the back of your head like Maxwell from the Beatles. I don't care. Fight me. I will win. Jack Black did a great job in those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda movies are amazing.
They're great.
They are great movies. I think 2,
3 was the worst.
3. No, I'm saying, like, I think, like, a small handful of actors. Like, I know Poe's dad is Asian, like the actor.
Yeah.
I know like the actor is legitimately Asian. I don't think Angelina Jolie voiced Tigress. Oh, Jackie Chan voiced Monkey.
Right.
But I think it's like Seth Green or Seth Rogen.
Someone.
Seth Rogen, he voiced Mantis. Like, there were so many characters that, like, literally, they're in the Furious 5 and Poe, one character is Asian.
I'd like to point out, no Asians
Jackie Chan.
complained about it.
Yeah, it's Jackie freaking Chan.
Like the
But yeah, no one complained about it because it's a freaking animated movie. Who gives a rip?
No one cares. Their voices. If they do a good job with it,
And
then they do a good job with it.
that's my thing. It's like, when it comes to a movie or a TV show,
Don't
I
make it political.
don't care if you change anything, as long as the base, like the story of the character, is the same. Like, again, if you have to change minor details, cool, I don't care. So, like, if it's like a story of a brother and a sister, and you have to slightly like, but the main character's like a guy, but you want to change it to where the main character's a girl, change the genders. I don't give a rip. But don't make it political. Don't make it a race thing.
Don't be like.
Here's-
Just make it entertainment.
Here's something that I'm actually kind of interested in. I'm interested to see the new Batman that's coming out.
With
the-
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. Well, okay. I know he gets a lot of hate,
Edward
but
Stigma.
I feel like this could be interesting. I'm gonna give it a shot, but
I'll give it a shot because it's Batman.
so Commissioner Gordon in this one, he's gonna be played by a black guy. Jeffrey Wright is playing
Let me see his
it.
face.
I gotta look
See,
him up real
like,
quick.
as
But-
long as it's.
I'm interested to see how he plays him, and I don't know, something about the pictures.
That'll
they-
work. No, that'll work.
That'll work.
Something about the
As long,
pictures
if
they
they
had
gray
of
up his
him.
if they gray up his
Yeah.
beard, that will work.
I think that's gonna be really good.
What?
And he's not gonna be. Nobody's ever gonna be as good as Gary Oldman.
Girl,
but-
fantastic.
But I'm really excited to see what happens. And it's kind of like I can't remember the names right now, but it's like, what's up with all the commissioners? But anyway,
Words.
freaking in Flash, the TV series, I think the
Oh
dad,
my god.
because he was adopted and everything, I think he was amazing
Mhm.
at that. He's amazing at that role. And I like the daughter as well. I mean, it kind of gets stupid later on. Oh, it's in Arrow. Sorry, not Flash. Oh, no, it is in Flash.
It is Flash.
Yeah, sorry, they do
Because
a lot of
Iris,
crossovers. But
Iris
yeah,
is,
Iris
is the
right.
his like practical sister, and I'm just gonna say it. She's hot.
Yeah.
I'm just
But,
gonna say that.
I mean,
she's hot.
I have a lot of issues with later on. They do a lot of stupid, wonky things, like especially in Arrow. It just gets dumb in the later seasons. Like the first, maybe
First
3
two seasons. No, the first 2 seasons are good. 3 is a stretch,
Yeah, and then
and then after that, it's like don't even
I mean,
watch
there's
it.
literally.
Bad.
I mean, it's not just like there's a lot of SJW stuff that goes on in that, but. I mean, literally, just even the production. Like, there's literally a scene where he shoots his arrow up into the sky, and it has a rope connected to it, and you can see that there's no buildings anywhere around. And then he's like, you see him like, riding on the freaking rope. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, but once
But,
again, like, I'm
um,
okay with. I forgot the actor's name already. Sorry.
Jeffrey, right?
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, I'm
playing
100% good with
Commissioner
that.
Gordon.
I think he'll
As
make a
long
great
as it's
commissioner.
not political casting, which,
Right.
from what I can tell, it doesn't sound like it.
Right.
I still think that
Um,
Robert Pattinson should be replaced with
So-
literally anyone else.
So here's an interesting thing: is how
Oh,
he.
Shoot.
We've got a few seconds. We got a few
few
seconds.
seconds.
Fine.
Okay.
So how he let out the statement like, I'm not working out for this role. He basically said, yeah, I'm not going to work out for this role. It was a joke. He actually has been bulking up like a lot
Don't give a crap.
for this role.
Oh no!
But-
it's the Edward stigma.
Yeah,
He's
it's totally
done
the Edward
Twilight.
stigma.
And look, I'm not gonna hold it against him. I joke about it, especially with my
I will.
mom because she loves Twilight.
Right.
So I always say like. I'm doing it.
That does bug
And of
me,
course-
but I think I'm totally letting that total circle, like books and movies. You got to let go of what you know and be willing to see what this has for itself.
Yeah.
To present for itself, to be able to enjoy.
Like I said, I'm still gonna go watch it
Entertainment.
just because it's a Batman movie. I can almost guarantee you the entire time I'm gonna be hating on freaking Edward Batman
right.
the whole time because I just
Sparkly Batman.
yeah, Sparkly Batman.
Sparkle
I don't,
Batman.
but
Sparkly
I,
Bat, go.
But
I
you
don't
also
like
have,
the suit so far, but
I haven't seen anything. I've not looked up anything. I'm going to walk into this movie completely blind, and I'm
Uh-oh.
good with that. But
there was nothing on.
I don't care. Do you see how quickly I closed my eyes?
Yeah.
But no, like even in the Harry Potter movies, because he's Cedric Diggory in Goblet of
He
Fire.
actually did. I think he did good at that.
I hated him.
Really?
In the
Right.
book, I liked the character. In the movie, I didn't because I legitimately do not like Robert Pattinson. Thank you. I was about to
I
call him
always
Edward
joke.
Pattinson.
I
I'm
always
like,
joke
that's
with
not
my
right.
mom, because she's never really seen them, the Harry Potter movies.
I mean, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, not really. I always say we're watching Goblet of Fire so you can watch Edward die.
Good. He deserves it.
All right, but that's all the time that we have tonight.
That was a very political episode.
Yeah, I know exactly
was.
what to title this. I'll tell you after.
We apologize for that, but
A dead man's
It's
rant.
fun.
I
No,
know.
better.
I know.
I think you're thinking what I'm thinking.
I know a title.
thinking
but
what
I think
I'm
it's
thinking?
different, but
All right. Well, thank you
But,
very much.
yeah, thank you
Tuning in.
guys for listening to our rants.
Sure,
God,
like-
so many of
Just
them.
a quick reminder: we obviously have nothing against anybody.
Yeah.
We
we think
I
we
mean,
don't-
I have something against
well,
Robert
okay. We
Pattinson,
have a
but-
few things against. we don't work that way. We are very accepting
I
of
think
all
we,
people.
I think we
So-
have friends of a lot of different
yes.
ethnicities anyway.
So, yes. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening again. Thank you for listening to our rantings.
It's fun.
And we will see you next time.
On the Distracted Podcast.
Hey, this is your host Tristan. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Distracted Podcast. If you did, go ahead and give this video a like. Subscribe and hit the bell notification if you'd like to see future content. Don't forget to share this with your friends, and as always, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.